Hello, Ian. Welcome back to our channel over and over again, the Arsenal podcast. This is the early kickoff again with the first game of the weekend for the second weekend running. Another tough game for Arsenal. This is the Leicester City versus Arsenal live at Watchalong, coming up the other side of this. So this is a big game, isn't it? Big one for Arsenal. We're looking at how much we've improved in recent games. 8 games unbeaten, of course, we are in all competitions. But this is the first real big test, isn't it, I think, for this young team. You know, we've had some games that you'd have maybe been confident of us getting results in over recent weeks. So this is a real big test, isn't it? Leicester away, always a difficult game, of course, for us. Although we did, of course, win in this stadium twice last season, didn't we? Once in the Carabao Cup, and also in the Premier League as well, coming back from behind to win that game 3-1 last season. So be a different experience this year, won't it, with fans in the stadium. Big Arsenal following today expected as well. Difficult to get tickets for this game, hence why I didn't manage to make the trip. Unfortunately, would have been good to have been there. Very similar weather conditions to Brighton, actually, our recent away game in the Premier League. Of course, that was a tough evening for us, wasn't it? Drew 0-0. Expecting a better performance, hopefully, tonight. We've got a couple of comments in the chat already. Neil there, great pick on the thumbnail. Yeah, that was at Burnley a few weeks ago, and a comment there as well from Tommy Arsenal. Come on, you Arsenal! Indeed, yeah. Come on, let's have some good wins. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. I mean, we need to get into the team news, don't we? The team's out. There is 9 changes from Tuesday night's game against Leeds. It's actually the same team that started against Aston Villa. So this is how we line up then. So in goal, as expected, it is, of course, Aaron Ramsdale. Right back today, again, it's Tomiyasu, of course, having a great season since he joined, isn't he? Ben White is at centre back. He is fit following his illness on Tuesday, and Gabriel's back as well. Good to see him back in the team. Great player he is as well. Left back, Tavares starts again. He had a great game against Aston Villa, so it's good to see him in the team. Tierney's still injured. Looks like it may be a 4 in midfield, but certainly the 2 in the centre. Thomas Partey, of course, who had a great game last weekend against Aston Villa, and Sambi Lokonga as well is in there alongside him. They looked a good partnership, didn't they, last week? Looks like it's going to be, I'll say, maybe a 4-4-2. Maybe Saka is going to be on the right. It's his 100th appearance for Arsenal today, Bukayo Saka already. What a fantastic career he's having with the club. Absolutely brilliant. It's looking like Smith Rowe may well be starting on the left-hand side. Don't forget, it's a very fluid sort of 4-4-2, isn't it? And it could easily become a 4-3-3, couldn't it, with Smith Rowe dropping into the number 10 position. And then the front 2, as it was against Aston Villa, Lacazette, who may well be dropping a little bit deeper, as we said. And, of course, the captain, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, he's got 7 goals from 8 appearances this season, so he's in good form again, getting some goals. Let's hope that it's a sign of things to come. He can really get back to his best. He seems to be getting there. Still a little bit of work to do for him. So that's the Arsenal starting lineup. I say exactly the same as Aston Villa. I believe it may well be the first time we've started with the same 11 in 2 consecutive Premier League games under Mikel Arteta. I may be wrong. We may have done it one previous time, but anyway, it's obviously a rare occurrence for Arsenal to start the same starting 11 2 Premier League games in a row. It's Schmeichel in goal. They'll be playing a back 3. Looks like Amati, Evans and Soyuncu. Then they're going to have Castella and Thomas as the 2 wing backs, with Tielemans and Solmar in the centre. And then Maddison will be in the number 10 position behind Iheanacho and Vardy. So quite an attacking lineup from Leicester, actually. So it should be a good game. Indeed, he's only on the bench for them. Harvey Barnes as well. And, of course, Patson Daka, who scored 4 goals in a recent Europa League game, didn't he, for Leicester. So they've got some attacking threat. Lookman's on the bench for Leicester as well. So they've got some attacking talent, haven't they, on the bench, Leicester, certainly in this game, if needed. We've got maybe a little bit more of a defensive bench with Leno, Cedric, Kolasinac, Holding, Maitland-Niles and El Neni all on the bench, more defensive kind of players. We've got Ødegaard, Pepe and Martinelli as well as attacking options as well on the bench. So we'll see how that kind of works out as we go along through the game today. I'm expecting it to be a good game, actually. It quite often is against Leicester, isn't it? It's been some good games previously between the sides, especially here at the King Power Stadium. And we hadn't had a good record here, actually. We'd only won once in our first 6 visits to this stadium, obviously, since they returned to the Premier League in 2014. That was that 5-2 victory, of course, in the season that Leicester won the league. Only home game they lost. But we did win here twice last season, of course, in the Carabao Cup and also in the Premier League, as I said before. So we've got a decent recent record here, if not overall in this stadium. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes today. Leicester, of course, are in good form themselves. Like us, they seem to have turned a corner. They had a bit of a mixed start to the season, but they're in good form at the moment. They're going well in the Europa League as well. As I said, that great 4-goal performance from Daka in their most recent game, of course. And they did beat Manchester United 4-2 here in their last Premier League game at home. So they've got form coming into this game as well. So it's going to be a really tough game. As I say, I think it's going to be the biggest test so far for this young-looking Arsenal team on a good run. Of course, I say 8 games unbeaten in all competitions. That's 6 in the Premier League, 4 wins and 2 draws. But our problem's been away from home, as we've only scored 1 goal so far in the Premier League away from home. And that was that free kick from Martin Ødegaard at Burnley, game I actually went to. So maybe I need to be there for us to score away. I would have gone today if I could have picked up a ticket, but unfortunately there wasn't any available. But anyway, not to worry, we can enjoy the game here today. And hopefully, I say it'll be another good performance from Arsenal. We'll have to be interested to see, won't it, how the shape of the team's going to be. It could be a 4-4-2. It could be a 4-4-1-1. It could end up being a 4-3-3. We'll have to see exactly how it works out. But interesting to see Bukayo Saka playing his 100th game already, 20 years old. He's become a really important part of this team, hasn't he, in the last year and a half. He's playing regularly now. I say 100 games already. That's fantastic, isn't it? He could. There'll be a few of the players up there in the highest appearance records that will be maybe looking over their shoulder in a few years' time. He could be up there, couldn't he, challenging the 600 odd appearances that some guys have got. 700, of course. David O'Leary is the record holder, so obviously that's a long way off yet. But he's Arsenal through and through, isn't he? And let's hope that we can keep hold of him for all of his career. And he could well, I say, go on and become a real Arsenal legend. He's already well on the way to that already, isn't he? Some great performances already we've seen from young Saka, and for England as well. Of course, he's become almost a regular now in the England setup as well, hasn't he? And scored a few goals as well recently for England. So yeah, he hasn't maybe hit the ground running this season for Arsenal yet. He hasn't quite hit his top form, has he? Not maybe his goal output isn't quite where we would like it to be, where it should be for a player of his quality. Let's be honest. He should be scoring more goals and creating more goals as well, maybe. But I'm sure that will come, and hopefully today he can mark his 100th appearance with a goal. That would be great, wouldn't it, if he could do that? So we'll see how that goes for him today. So we'll be looking out for his performance. But there's it's good that this so-called illness that's been going through the Arsenal camp doesn't seem to have affected anybody too much, because we'll say we've got the same team that played against Aston Villa. So obviously wasn't as bad as maybe Arteta was trying to make out yesterday in his press conference. I mean, that could have been a lot of games that these managers play in the press conferences, don't they? But anyway, everybody's fit. And it is basically an almost fully fit squad, isn't it? It's just obviously Granit Xhaka who is missing from the team, of course, who would normally perhaps been starting this game had he been fit. So yeah, it's almost a full strength Arsenal team. The teams are lining up in a tunnel currently as we speak. Arsenal, of course, in the lime yellow or whatever colour you want to call it kit, being led out by captain Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, of course, and Leicester will be in their usual blue, of course. And Aaron Ramsdale's in all the green goalkeeper strip today. Back in goal, of course, following his rest on Tuesday, which was, a bit of a scrappy Arsenal performance, but we got the job done. And of course, if you missed the draw earlier, we've actually got the draw that maybe a lot of people wanted, which is obviously Sunderland at home in the quarterfinals, which will be in the week just before Christmas. So that's going to be an interesting game coming up. We've got a great opportunity there, haven't we, to get into the semi-final. The other ties is Tottenham against West Ham. So that's an interesting game there. Brentford against Chelsea. another one. Of course, Chelsea did win 1-0 at Brentford, didn't they, recently? But they were quite fortunate. Brentford will be looking for revenge in that game. And of course, Leicester, after have got the draw nobody really wanted away at Liverpool. So that's your quarter-final draw for the Carabao Cup. And I say we've got a great opportunity, haven't we, to reach that semi-final. And then who knows, whoever we get in the semi-final over 2 legs, you'd fancy our chances of being able to get through. So let's see what happens there. That's a long way off yet, of course, not until December. A lot of big Premier League games to come in the meantime before then, isn't it? Starting today here at the King Power Stadium against the Leicester City side, who are going to be well fancied, aren't they, this season? I'm sure to get in that top 4 again. They just haven't quite managed it, have they? The last couple of seasons, they've just missed out at the end, not quite been able to get over the line, have they, in that? So we'll have to see exactly what the season holds for Leicester, and of course what the season holds for us as well. You know, we're not that far off the top 4, are we, at the moment? You know, another win or 2 could see us really put ourselves right back in the hunt, really, for the top 4. So this is a big game, and I think it's going to really show exactly whereabouts we are at this moment in time, I think, because, you know, so far we're on a good unbeaten run. Let's enjoy that, but we have to understand that we've been playing teams that you would have expected us to have beaten generally, certainly in the Premier League. You know, Norwich and Burnley. Aston Villa was a decent performance, probably our best of the season. We played well in the first half against Tottenham, but away from home, we haven't really seen a really good Arsenal away performance yet, have we? The Brighton game, our last away game in the Premier League, was a disappointing 0-0 draw, wasn't it? We were quite fortunate in that particular game. So, yeah, we want to see us put in a performance away from home, and this is a good opportunity against a very good side, isn't it? It's going to be a real good test for this Arsenal team to see exactly. I think we'll have a lot more of an idea. The next 90 minutes are going to give us a lot more of an idea of exactly where we stand in terms of overall, because I think that the first 3 games, a lot of different players were playing. As we know, we played obviously Chelsea and Man City in those 3 games, and since then we've played sort of lesser teams down the league that we'd have expected to pick up points against. This is a team that we are competing against, challenging for one of those places in the top 6 or the top 4. So it's going to be a real big test for us, and let's see how we come through it. I must admit, if we can get a victory today, certainly if we produce a good performance today, then I think that would really set us up for these tough games that we've got coming up between now and Christmas. Really, there's a lot of difficult games, and it's going to be good. We've got a remembrance sort of ceremony here. The 2 managers, Mikel Arteta and Brendan Rodgers, are carrying poppy wreaths, which they're going to be bringing out onto the pitch, I think, in a minute. And there's going to be a little sort of ceremony going on for remembrance. Of course, this will be Leicester's home game closest to that. And also, as well, of course, it is remembering their owner, of course, who did die in that helicopter crash this time, wasn't it, a couple of years back. So it's an emotional moment for Leicester. And the 2 managers are now bringing the wreaths and laying them actually on the side of the pitch, the poppy wreaths. And there's some red and white banners being held up by the crowd as well. That was the last post up. You could hear that as well. A nice moment there. Seems to be doing it earlier and earlier every year. It's still October, but anyway, great touch there from Leicester. The banners and the crowd had pictures of poppies on them as well, which was great to see. So we're now about to get ready for kick-off. I say this big game, early kick-off again. It's the second weekend in a row where we play first. So we've got the opportunity again to get the 3 points on the board early on. And it would actually put us 3 points ahead of Leicester because we do start this game level on points, don't we? So it's a big game for both clubs, this actually. And it's an opportunity for one of us to really put a marker down in that race for a European place for next season, which Arsenal have to get, having missed out, of course, this year, not being in Europe for the first time in 25 years. It's massively important for the club that we do manage to qualify this season. So, and these are one of the teams that we're competing against. You know, if we forget Liverpool, Man City, and Chelsea, we're not in the same league as them, really, are we? But Leicester are a team that we need to compete against, and we need to show that we're good enough to compete against them. So we'll see how this goes today. We're just about to kick off. I say Arsenal all in yellow. We're taking a goal to our left in the first half, which is the main sort of Leicester home end. The Arsenal fans are in the bottom right-hand corner today. 3,000 odd are there. So difficult to get a ticket for this game. Seems to be a big turnaround in the enthusiasm amongst the fan base due to our recent good run of form. We have just kicked off. Arsenal saying all yellow, lime yellow kit, attacking a goal to our left in this first half. And the ball's gone straight out for a throw to Leicester over on the far side. See how we settle into this game. Of course, we did win this corresponding fixture last season 3-1, didn't we? We conceded an early goal, mistake at the back, but we did come back well to win that game. Of course, there was a goal from Nicolas Pepe, of course, who was on the bench today for Arsenal, got that third goal to seal the victory. But I say that was, of course, in front of an empty stadium. It's a different proposition playing away at Leicester with fans in the ground, isn't it? So be interesting to see how we cope with that as well today. Always a good atmosphere at the King Power Stadium. Leicester, of course, are a really well-run club, aren't they? Saka now on his 100th appearance, getting into the penalty, then that far side, gets the ball back. Is it going to be an early goal? Puts it across, almost an own goal. It was a cross there from Saka from that right-hand side, right on the touchline. He did really well, actually. Got past Maddison initially, got himself into the penalty, played a 1-2 with Lacazette. And as his cross came in, it was Marty, the Leicester defender, who almost put it into his own net, but Peter Schmeichel made a save. Kasper Schmeichel, sorry, made a save. And it does remain 0-0. Bright start from Arsenal, though. Tavares now takes a throw on his near side. Back to Gabriel, back into Ramsdale, his first touch of the game. It's a long clearance up to again towards Bukayo Saka. That's a great first touch, actually, by Saka. He's had a good start to this game. I'd say his 100th Arsenal appearance. And he's already made a good impact already. Almost creating an early goal. Would have been an own goal from, I say, Daniel Amartey, the Leicester defender, is back in the team today. But Arsenal keeping possession well down his near side. It's Sambi Lokonga keeping his place in the team following a decent performance against Aston Villa, of course, last week. Gabriel then plays it back to Aaron Ramsdale. 2 minutes played here at the King Power Stadium. It's Arsenal, Leicester 0, Arsenal 0 still, of course. Partey swings the ball over to this near side, looking for Nuno Tavares. He's beaten to the ball there by Castagna. But there was a bit of a short back pass there from Gabriel, almost put Ramsdale under pressure. He's forced to go long. Soyuncu's underneath that header. But was there a foul there by Lokonga? No, referee says play on. Arsenal can maybe look to get forward. It's a good run, this actually, from the back from Ben White. He finds Aubameyang down his left-hand side, tries to get across it. It's blocked. It's going to be a corner to Arsenal. It was Amartey there, came across. Arsenal get their first corner of the game. It's been a decent start this from Arsenal. Solmeier is in the middle of the pitch there claiming a foul, and perhaps he was unlucky not to get a foul. Samuel Lokonga didn't get the ball at all. And did catch the Leicester man right in front of the referee, Michael Oliver, as well. He didn't give the free kick. We maybe got away with that a little bit, and we almost, we won a corner on the back of it. So if we score here, I'm sure Brendan Rodgers will have something to say about it. Sambi Lokonga was just caught out there by Solmeier, who just got to the ball first, and Sambi's kind of kick out to clear the ball caught the Leicester man, who is now receiving treatment in the centre circle as Arsenal prepare to take this corner, the first corner of the game, be on this near side. But it was a good break, actually. Ben White drove forward from the back, which he likes to do. And actually, second, they're just showing the earlier chance there where Amati nearly scored an own goal. It was a good save, actually. You could almost say that's a back pass, perhaps. But anyway, Arsenal do have a corner, rather fortunately, actually, because I felt that was a foul. Anyway, Solmere is now limping off the field over on that near side. But it is going to be a corner to Arsenal. Leicester have got 10 men to defend this, actually. So we'll see. Again, everybody's crowding in around the near post. That worked well against Aston Villa, didn't it? Smith Rowe's corner again comes into the near post. It flicked on and almost over to the far side, but it's gone out. It's going to be another corner to Arsenal, actually, is it? Or is it offside? Not sure what the referee's given it. It was flicked on at the near post, possibly off a Leicester head, was it? Yes, it was. It was off Jamie Vardy, actually. Tomiyasu couldn't get on the end of it. It's gone out again. I think it's going to be another corner to Arsenal. Indeed, it is over on the far side this time. Bukayo Saka is going to take this one. Good early pressure this from Arsenal. 4.5 minutes played. Saka's corner in towards the near post. It's flicked on. It's in! We've scored! Gabriel with the goal. 4.5 minutes played. It's been a good start from Arsenal, this. Fully deserved that goal. It's an assist on his 100th appearance. And a great header flicked in at the near post by Gabriel. Lovely header that was from Gabriel. Good running at the near post. Flicked it in off top of his head into that far corner of the net. Lovely goal, actually, from Gabriel. That's his first goal of the season. And it's only our second away goal in the Premier League so far. And that's a great start. And I say, fully deserved great start as well, because I think we've started this game really, really on top. That's our second corner already. We had an earlier chance as well. It's Bukayo Saka with the assist. Gabriel with the goal. And Arsenal lead 1-0 away at Leicester. So brilliant, brilliant start. We were saying this was going to be a test for Arsenal, and we've certainly sort of come up to that challenge, haven't we, so far? Still early days, of course, as we know, but what a great start this has been from Arsenal. And Aubameyang there nicks the ball off Amati. He's running through into the penalty. Can he get a second goal? It's a shot there straight at Schmeichel, who almost lets it go through his body. But it was almost a corner, but Schmeichel did keep it in. But Arsenal there won the ball back high up the pitch. Aubameyang took it off Amati. And it's all Arsenal in these early stages here. Another chance there was Aubameyang, won the ball. He was on his own. He had no help anyway. He just burst through. And then his shot. It's slightly a tight angle on that left-hand side. It was straight at Kasper Schmeichel, who almost made a bit of a meal of it, actually, but he did keep it out. And it stays at 1-0. But a brilliant start this from Arsenal in this, what was looking like being a very difficult game. Well, it is still going to be a difficult game, I'm sure, but a fantastic start. 6.5 minutes played. It is Leicester 0, Arsenal 1. Gabriel with the goal after 5 minutes from Bukayo Saka's corner from over on that right-hand side. Lovely header as well. Great near-post run, flicked it in. Wearing number 6, of course, Gabriel. That's the sort of goal that Tony Adams may have scored back in the day. Very similar type of goal. And it is 1-0 to Arsenal, of course, a very familiar scoreline as well. But, as we said, it is very early in this game. Let's not get too carried away quite yet. Leicester are now in possession. This is probably their best spell of possession. We've just maybe set off slightly now, having got the goal, but you can understand why. Let's hope that that's not going to be our tactic for the remainder of this game, because that will make it very long and difficult. 80-odd minutes, 85 minutes left. But that's a long ball over the top for Leicester. It's Thomas there, gets on the end of it, but can't keep the cross in. Always stretching he was. And it's gone out for a goal kick to Arsenal. But that was probably the best spell of possession that Leicester have had so far, actually. They're just showing the goal again. Lovely corner to the near post. A lovely header from Gabriel. Flicked it across the goalkeeper into the far post. If you don't have a defender on the post, that can be what happens. And that's exactly how that goal came about. And Gabriel doing a little dance of celebration there as well. I say his first goal of the season. That's what his 4th goal for Arsenal. He does pop up with some, doesn't he? Last season, he pops up with a few important goals. Of course, including one on his debut, if you remember, away at Fulham. But he's only our second away goal in the Premier League this season so far. And the previous one was from a set piece as well. That free kick from Ødegaard, of course, at Burnley. That proved to be the only goal on that particular occasion. I'm sure this game looks set up to maybe have more goals in it today, but we'll see. Ramsdale now with a ball at his feet finds Ben White just inside the penalty area. He finds Tomiyasu, plays up the line to Lacazette, who's very deep. But that's a nice touch back to Tomiyasu. Plays it into the centre of the park now with Aubameyang. He finds Smith Rowe. He's got Tavares outside him on this near side. Instead, he cuts inside back to Aubameyang, back to Lacazette. Lacazette tries to dink it back towards Aubameyang, but it was a header away there from Amati. And Leicester can now complete the clearance up this near side. But Gabriel's in again. And he's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. It's a foul there by Iheanacho on Gabriel. In fact, it's a throw to Arsenal. Tavares on this near side throws it back to Gabriel and then to Ben White. Arsenal actually playing really well in his opening 10 minutes. Tavares now on this near side finds Smith Rowe very wide on his touchline, skips past a couple of challenges there. Smith Rowe, can he get a cross in from his near side? It's deflected. It's going to be, it wasn't deflected actually, just a poor cross. It looked like it may have been deflected. It's unusual for Smith Rowe not to get better quality than that. But that was another good move from Arsenal down the left-hand side. It was Smith Rowe's cross which went straight behind for a goal kick to Leicester. But it's been a really good start this from Arsenal. But Leicester are currently in possession of Soyuncu, plays it back to Schmeichel. Couldn't do anything with that goal at all. He did make a save just after that from Aubameyang. But Leicester now trying to play it out from the back. Arsenal pressing. Can Leicester beat the press? But they can't. They've given the ball away. Bukayo Saka now down his right-hand side, cuts back inside, slips briefly. Instead, he comes inside, finds Thomas Partey, tries a shot. It's a good save from Schmeichel. Thomas Partey looking to score for a second Premier League game in a row. That was a good shot from about 20 yards there, curling. It was a fairly comfortable save for Schmeichel. You'd expect a goalkeeper of his quality to save that, but Arsenal are pretty much dominating this game so far. But Leicester now looking to come forward themselves. Vardy, that's a nice little touch back to Maddison. He's got plenty of options here. Maddison, is he going to go for goal himself? Cuts back inside. He finds Iheanacho. Shot from the edge of the box. Iheanacho. But it's going to be a free kick to Leicester on the edge of the penalty area. Actually, a foul on James Maddison just before that. I think it was Ben White with the foul. Maddison there, he looked like he went to shoot. He got past Thomas Partey, and then Ben White, it was with the foul, just as Maddison laid the ball off to Iheanacho. He did end up shooting just wide, but it is going to be a free kick to Leicester. This is a dangerous moment. They've got some good set-piece deliverers, haven't they? Obviously, Maddison will be one of those. Tielemans as well, of course, who can hit a free kick. Iheanacho's over it as well, of course, left-footed. He is. This will be interesting, this free kick. Arsenal need to defend this well if we can. But we've got our wall lined up. It's quite a big wall, actually. Tavares, Tomiyasu, Gabriel, all in there. It looks like it's going to be Maddison or Iheanacho. Maddison, of course, with his right foot, or Iheanacho with his left. The free kick is slightly to the right-hand side. It's about 30 yards out. Certainly enough room to get it up and over the wall. It's going to take a good strike from here to beat Aaron Ramsdale. It's going to be James Maddison. It goes into the wall. It comes back to James Maddison. He dinks it over the top, but it's going to come through to Aaron Ramsdale. The wall did its job well there. Wasn't a great free kick from Maddison. Of course, there'll be a lot of talk about Maddison today, won't there, with speculation through the summer that he may have been on his way to Arsenal. Whether that was actually serious or not, I'm not sure. But anyway, it didn't materialise. He's not had his greatest season, although he did score, of course, his first goal of the season last week, didn't he, for Leicester. But Lacazette's coming forward now for Arsenal. Plays the ball inside to Aubameyang. He's just held up briefly by Amati, but Arsenal again have got possession. A shot there from Sambi Lokonga gets deflected. It's going to be another corner to Arsenal over from that on that far side where we did get the goal. A bit of an optimistic effort that from Sambi actually, but anyway, it's won as a corner, so it's worth having a shot, isn't it? If you don't shoot, you don't get anything. And it is going to be again a similar routine to before. I think Saka is over on that far side taking this corner. Gabriel's getting himself back into the Leicester penalty area. Of course, it was his header that gave us the lead. Saka now with this corner. He puts another good delivery in. This could be an opportunity for another goal for Arsenal. Saka's corner again comes into a similar area. Goes over Gabriel this time, and Leicester do clear it away. And it won't be 2-0 from this particular corner. But Lokonga puts the ball back into the penalty area. Amati heads clear. Tomiyasu is still well up there, but that was just a hopeful up and under ball, which Leicester do manage to deal with. And now Maddison can come forward. That's a nice turn from Maddison. Good ball up the line, actually, but well read by Ben White, who can now bring the ball forward for Arsenal in towards Lacazette. Lacazette gets it back from Saka, but he's crowded out there. There was 2 Leicester players around him. It was Solmare who won the ball. Solmare is now on the ball again for Leicester in the centre circle. Leicester haven't really got going in this game yet, and that's credit to the way Arsenal have pressed. But now Leicester have got an opportunity here. But that was a poor ball for them. It's going to run out for a throw on this near side, which Tavares is going to take. It was Tielemans there with the pass. He was looking for Castagna, who didn't make that run. And the ball's comfortably ran out for a throw to Arsenal. I'll say Tavares it is to take it in the defensive third for Arsenal on this near side. Long throw up the line, but it's a header from Marty. But Arsenal do win the ball back. Tomiyasu plays it up towards Bukayo Saka, who's had a good start to this game. Saka, I say it's his 100th appearance, and he's got an assist already. There's a ball played up towards Aubameyang, who holds it up well, plays it back into Thomas Partey, and then out onto that far side to Tomiyasu. This has been a really good start from Arsenal. Nearly 15 minutes played. Leicester 0, Arsenal 1. It's pretty much been all Arsenal so far in this game. Tavares now on this near side. Goes past Tielemans. This is good play from Tavares. Oh, powerful run. Tavares, is he going to go all the way himself? Cuts inside. He's going to have a shot. Is he on his right foot? Now he plays it to Lacazette inside the area. Lacazette does it across the goal. Almost found Aubameyang, who would have had a tap in, but Evans was there. Johnny Evans for Leicester. It's going to be another corner to Arsenal. What a run that was from Nuno Tavares. Looked like he was going to maybe try a shot of his right foot from about 30 yards. He didn't. He found Lacazette. I think Aubameyang may well have been offside, but Johnny Evans came across and managed to clear it away. It's going to be another corner to Arsenal. What a great run that was from Tavares. He had a great game on Friday, I thought, against Aston Villa, and he's had a great start to this game as well, and heavily involved in that move there. It's another corner to Arsenal over on that far side from Bukayo Saka again. This is where the goal came from. Saka's corner this time. It's very deep, very high. Comes all the way across to Lacazette over on this near side. Plays it back to Smith Rowe and into Sambia. Maybe that corner didn't quite work out as well as we would have hoped, but we have managed to keep possession. Saka's now got the ball again over on that far side. Cuts inside onto his left foot. Dinks the ball towards the far post. Tomiyasu heads it back across the 6-yard box, but Leicester do scramble it away. Johnny Evans again, and it has gone out for a throw to Arsenal. This is impressive stuff from the team in lime yellow today, the away team, the visitors. Arsenal playing really, really well here against Leicester. Absolutely dominating this game. Just over 16 minutes played. It is Leicester 0, Arsenal 1. It's a fully deserved lead as well for Arsenal. Leicester haven't got a sniff yet, and we've had 1 or 2 opportunities to maybe get a second goal as well. A number of corners and a couple of efforts as well. Tavares has been heavily involved in the last move, and he's coming forward again down this left-hand side. Lovely play again from Tavares. He keeps the ball as well. That's a nice ball into Thomas Partey. Brings it forward and now finds Smith Rowe on this near side. He's got Tavares just inside from him. This is nice play again from Arsenal. Sambi Lokonga links up with Partey. Smith Rowe. Lokonga again. Now Tavares. But Tavares now loses the ball, and Leicester can maybe have a counter-attack with Jamie Vardy. This could be a dangerous moment. Tavares just showing his maybe a little bit of inexperience there, but Leicester again give the ball away. That was a poor pass from Maddison. It was looking for Vardy, and Partey's picked up, and now he's found Bukayo Saka on the far side with a little bit of space. Bukayo Saka, of course, created that opening goal just inside the penalty. Played inside to Lacazette. He's got a little bit of space inside the area. Lacazette, he's crowded out, but it falls to Smith Rowe. It's 2-0. Smith Rowe has scored again. Another goal for Emil Smith Rowe. Again, we ripped Leicester apart. Saka was at the heart of that move again. Some beautiful play from Arsenal. That's another lovely goal. Brilliant football this from Arsenal, and it is 2-0. Leicester haven't been able to live with us at all in these opening 17 minutes or so. It's Smith Rowe there. The ball fell to him on the edge of the box, and it was a good finish, actually. Leicester just cannot deal with the football that we're playing at the moment. It's absolutely fantastic to watch. It was Leicester gave the ball away. Partey played it out to that far side to Bukayo Saka. He did really well, got into the penalty. It looked as though Lacazette was going to get an opportunity there. He was just crowded out, but the ball fell to Smith Rowe about 12 yards out. A simple finish for Smith Rowe. Leicester tried to scramble the ball clear. They couldn't do so, and Smith Rowe just put it into the corner of the net. A fantastic finish. and this has been an unbelievable start from Arsenal. We were saying this was a test, and indeed it's we've certainly rose to the challenge, haven't we, so far in these early stages. The Leicester defenders are looking confused, but Arsenal fully deserved this 2-0 lead. It's been a superb start from Mikel Arteta's team. 18 minutes played and we're 2-0 up already, and fully deserve it as well. There's no doubt about that. This has been an impressive, best away performance so far this season, without a shadow of a doubt. But there is still a long way to go. Let's not get too carried away just yet. Leicester haven't even started this game, and you know the quality that they've got. So it's certainly not over this game, but it's been a brilliant start from Arsenal. Let's hope we can keep this going, and it will be a fantastic 3 points. But I say a long way still to play. 70 minutes still left in this game for Leicester to get their act together. But again, they've lost the ball. Lacazette picks it up, and now it's with Saka again. He's been at the heart of both the goals. He's running at the Leicester defence now, Bukayo Saka, but he maybe just delayed too long there before deciding what to do, and he's lost the ball. But we have won it back again. It's been a feature of this game. Every time Leicester have won the ball or have had possession of the ball, we've closed them down quickly, and we have forced errors. And now we go again, building from the back. Arsenal, Aaron Ramsdale with the ball at his feet, pings it forward there towards Lacazette, who does really well actually under pressure from Soyuncu, and then plays the ball up towards Saka, who I think may have been offside, but he didn't get the ball anyway. So the game goes on. 20 minutes played. Leicester City 0, Arsenal 2 at the King Power Stadium. A long ball over the top. Iheanacho's in his eve to get a chance. Gabriel comes across well. Good defending from the goal scorer for that first goal for Arsenal, Gabriel, and his clearance. So he's won back by Leicester. Soyuncu finds Solmer in midfield. Leicester now looking to try and find a way back into this game. It's been a difficult start to the game for them, certainly, but it's been brilliant from Arsenal so far. But Leicester now enjoying a little bit more possession. They've not had a lot of possession in this game so far, but this is a better spell for Leicester. But it is 2-0 to Arsenal, of course. That's what matters in this game so far. Leicester now coming forward with Solmer. No, sorry, that wasn't Solmer, was it? It was a Marty. And now it's played to this near side to Castagna. Has not really been in this game yet. And that forward pass there from Amati was deflected through to Aaron Ramsdale. Arsenal just looks so in control of this game. But there's a problem there. Is it Gabriel's just gone down off the ball? Has he done something there? I'm not quite sure. He's gone down with nobody really around him, actually. Seems to be, is it a knee problem? His right knee there seems to be the issue. This is a bit of a worry, actually. Gabriel scored that first goal. He's been brilliant in defence, hasn't he? Leicester claiming that there may have been a foul in the build-up to that second goal. I'm not sure if there was, and even if it was, it was great counter-attacking play from Arsenal anyway. But there is a problem here for Gabriel, actually. I'm not quite sure what happened. That Leicester attack broke down. The ball came back to Ramsdale, and then it was Gabriel that went down. But anyway, we'll see what happens. What happens here? I'm not quite sure how serious this is for Gabriel. It's unusual to see him going down like that. So the last thing we need is an injury to him. He's probably been our best defender, certainly in this recent run of great performances. He's back to his feet again. He is coming over to the near side, of course, having received treatment. He does have to come off. But he seems to be moving okay now, which is good to see. Kevin's in the chat. How you doing, Kev? Thanks for tuning in. He says, hi, Richard. Wow, midfield, brilliant. Yeah, we have been so far. Absolutely dominated this game, which I think has been a bit of a surprise how well we've played, but how much we've dominated this game. And we've made Leicester look very, very poor. They do just throw the ball back to us there, and Gabriel can come back on. It looks like his injury is not too serious, which is good to see. He's an important player for us, isn't he, Gabriel? I believe he is the glue that holds that defence together, actually. But anyway, he seems to be okay, which is good to see. Now, Ramsdale going to kick the ball long up the pitch, but it's Amati underneath it. Amati gets the ball back. Johnny Evans now plays the ball into midfield to Soumer, and Leicester trying to maybe play it around at the back, but Arsenal pressing high up the pitch. Again, almost win the ball there. Bukayo Saka almost took it off young Thomas, but Leicester do manage to keep possession. It's Johnny Evans now finds Amati on this near side for the Foxes, and the ball played back to Johnny Evans. Leicester can't get out of their half. This is good pressure from Arsenal. And again, Leicester just playing it around. It's now gone all the way back to Kasper Schmeichel. And now he decides to go long to try and get the ball further up the pitch. Castagna on this near side heads it down. But again, Leicester put under pressure and Arsenal almost win the ball back there. That was Sambi Lokonga that time. But Leicester have kept possession well here, actually, to be fair. They've played this quite well. But they are still in their own half. The crowd will get a little bit anxious. I think the home fans here at the King Power, because it has been such an impressive start from Arsenal. Really, really impressive stuff. And again, we've forced Leicester all the way back to Schmeichel again. Leicester just cannot get out of their half. But now they've got a little bit more space here in the centre of the pitch. So James Maddison plays it out to that far side. That's a good ball into Vardy. Again, he's very wide now. This could be a better opportunity for Leicester, maybe. The ball's back into Maddison. There's a little bit of space here. So for Castagna, plays it across the 6-yard box. Good defending again from Gabriel. Just got in front of Iheanacho. But that was a better attack, that, from Leicester. Finally, they got the ball into the Arsenal penalty area with a dangerous cross. That was from Castagna from the near side. But Gabriel was across there to shut out the danger, as he's done on many occasions so far this season, hasn't he? He's been brilliant, and he's got himself a goal today as well, which is nice to see, isn't it? Castagna now down his near side. Now he finds Iheanacho. Gabriel for company, so he goes back to Amati. But this is probably the best spell of possession, certainly, Leicester have had in his opening 25 minutes. It is Leicester 0, Arsenal 2, as you can see there on the bottom of the screen. Also says there, please subscribe as well to the channel if you haven't done so already. That would be much appreciated. We're heading towards 700 subscribers on the channel. What a great target that is. Fantastic stuff. Thanks to all you for your support. But Leicester now have maybe got an opportunity. Have they? Thomas over on that far side. Can he keep the ball in? He can. Tomiyasu's across there. Thomas is forced all the way back to Soyuncu, and now he finds Johnny Evans. Leicester being patient here, actually. Amati, all three centre-backs there involved in this attack. Amati plays it back to Johnny Evans, plays it into Maddison. This is better from Leicester. A ball played in towards Vardy, but Ramsdale's out. It was Tielemans there with the pass. Nice play there from Leicester through midfield, actually. The first time was Tielemans with the ball. I think Vardy was just onside. Tomiyasu asleep over on the far side, playing him on. But the ball ran through to Aaron Ramsdale anyway. And Arsenal have dealt with that particular attack. And that's a good ball, actually, from Ramsdale to Aubameyang inside the centre circle. Took it well, did the Arsenal captain. And he's found Tavares on his near side. Nuno Tavares, who's had a pretty decent start to this game. And as indeed he did play well, didn't he, in against Aston Villa. Is it going to be difficult for Kieran Tierney to get back in the side? You certainly, Nuno certainly deserves his place, doesn't he? The way he played in the last couple of games. Ramsdale now back again with the ball at his feet inside the penalty area. That's a low pass, but that's a poor ball. Actually, he's giving it away back to Leicester. Tielemans now plays it in to Iheanacho. Tries a shot from the edge of the box. Oh, it's just wide. That was the first real opportunity for Leicester. It's maybe of our own making there. Ramsdale's poor clearance. And the ball was played by Tielemans there into Iheanacho on the edge of the box. Curled his shot just wide of that far post. A good effort actually there from Iheanacho, the Nigerian, curling away from Ramsdale, also away from that far post as well. But that was a mistake really from Ramsdale initially. A poor ball out. Gave Leicester, in fact, it's a corner. Did Ramsdale get a touch on that? It is a corner to Leicester on that far side. I think it's their first corner actually for Leicester. We've had 4, one of which we did score from. But this is a corner for Leicester now over on the far side. We need to defend this ball. We don't want to give Leicester a sniff really, because they haven't had much of a sniff so far. But anyway, this corner comes in. Quite a strange corner, very high towards the far post. It was Gabriel wins the header. A really strange corner that. But anyway, Leicester have got possession again. Castagna plays it over to that far side and gets it back again. And he plays it square now to Solmer, who's got Amati on this near touchline for Leicester. Gets it back again. And Arsenal dealt with that threat there from the corner. It was a strange corner, actually, which was very, very high towards the far post. And in the end, it was Gabriel who managed to get it away. But Leicester are keeping possession now. Some intricate passing. The ball comes through to Iheanacho. He got inside the penalty area. I think he might have been offside. Gabriel came across anyway. But Leicester have just started to ask us one or two questions now in this game. But Iheanacho there, he was a long way offside, actually, miles offside, in fact. But Gabriel came across to snuff the danger out. But Leicester have just started to get into this game a little bit now. You know, no team dominates a full 90 minutes today. There's always spells where the other team will get opportunities. And Leicester maybe having their best spell of the game so far as we come up to 29 minutes played, just gone now, is going to be a free kick to Arsenal, which Ramsdale is going to take right on the edge of the Arsenal penalty area. He goes long over on that far side looking for Saka, but it's a header from Soyuncu. But Leicester have picked up the ball, have they? What's the referee given here? He's given a free kick. I'm not sure if that was offside against Jamie Vardy. I think it might have been. The linesman was flagging there. And Arsenal are going to have a free kick just 5-10 yards inside their half. Tavares now down his near side, plays the ball in towards Aubameyang, plays it back to Thomas Partey. He's now got Lacazette. He finds Saka over on that far side. Bukayo Saka just on the edge of the penalty area. He's held up briefly. Gets it to Tomiyasu. Can Tomiyasu get across the towards the near post? He does. Looking for Aubameyang, but Kasper Schmeichel is down. Another good move that from Arsenal. Tomiyasu this time bursting forward there, linking with Bukayo Saka. It wasn't a bad ball actually in towards Aubameyang, who was maybe too static. If he'd made a run towards the near post, he may well have got an opportunity there. But in the end, it came through to Kasper Schmeichel, and Leicester now back in possession of the ball. But this was good. Another good attack that was from the visitors here. Really impressive stuff this from Arsenal. And Marty now coming forward for Leicester on this near side. Now Castagna plays the ball in to Iheanacho and gets it back. Does he? No, he doesn't, because Tavares is there with a clearance that goes more up than out. And that's a good header, actually. Maddison now on the edge of the penalty tries to thread it through to Vardy. Brilliant block that was from Tomiyasu there. Fantastic, because otherwise Vardy would well have been with an opportunity inside the penalty area. So great defending that was from Tomiyasu. Just a moment ago, he was getting forward, putting a cross in, and now he's back doing his defensive duties. Great energy this from all of this Arsenal team. So a very young Arsenal team as well, but certainly rising to the challenge here today in the sunshine now at Leicester. It's been a very wet morning, but the weather seems to have cheered up as Arsenal's performance as well. Now Leicester coming forward down this near side. Castagna plays it in to Tielemans, gets it back. Tielemans, does he slightly overhit that pass? And Arsenal again can now look for a counter attack. Nuno Tavares plays the ball into midfield. In fact, it was Sambi Lokonga. Sorry, they do look quite similar. I know there was something on the Arsenal website yesterday with those two in training. They do look quite similar. But Arsenal have won a free kick there, foul by Soyuncu on Lacazette. And it is going to be a free kick to Arsenal midway inside their half, which Gabriel is going to take it. He plays it short to Sambi, who finds his lookalike Nuno Tavares and goes back to Gabriel, and then he plays it back to Aaron Ramsdale. 32 minutes played here at King Power Stadium. It's Leicester City 0, Arsenal 2. Both of the goals in the opening 18 minutes. Gabriel with the first, and then it was Emile Smith-Rowe with the second. But Aaron Ramsdale there almost put himself under pressure there. It wasn't a great back pass to him initially, but he's done well. But his long ball has just been picked up by the Leicester centre-half. Johnny Evans now in possession, finds Amati, and he plays it up the line to Castagna on this near side for Leicester, who are keeping possession. They've had a lot more possession in the last 10 minutes, but they've not really threatened too often. There was that one shot from Iheanacho, which did Ramsdale get a touch on or not? I don't think it was going in, but it did end up being a corner to Leicester. But that's as far as the only opportunity really that they've got, actually. Iheanacho shot there. But it was a save. It was a save from Ramsdale. Maybe the ball was curling in. Maybe I'm a little bit harsh on Ramsdale there. Maybe that was a good save, but it looked as though the ball was curling wide of that far post. But I guess Ramsdale couldn't have been too certain, could he? So he made the save anyway. But that's Leicester's only real effort at goal in these opening 33 minutes. It just goes to show how dominant Arsenal have been, although Leicester are now enjoying a lot more possession, but it's fairly comfortable possession as far as Arsenal are concerned. And they're not really getting opportunity to score. I say just that one chance there for Iheanacho about, 5 minutes ago. That's a long ball from Johnny Evans looking for Castagna on his near side. That's a good play, actually. Castagna's got it back. This is better from Leicester. Ball comes into the penalty area again. It's with Iheanacho. He obviously wants to have a shot on his left foot as he's forced wide on the way from the goal by Gabriel. Done well there. Castagna now finds Iheanacho again. But Iheanacho runs into trouble. In fact, it was Aubameyang coming back there doing good work defensively for the team, but then he gives the ball away. And Leicester have now got possession again. We may be sitting off them a little bit too much now, but that was a poor ball actually. And Tavares steps in, wins it there. And is he fouled? He was fouled. And it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. Castagna there claiming that he won the ball. But referee Michael Oliver says he didn't. And in fact, he didn't. He did clip his ankle there. Can't really have any complaints about that. In fact, he's lucky perhaps not to get a yellow card. The Leicester right wing back, today, Castagna. I'm sure he's played left wing back before, isn't he? Anyway, he's on the right hand side today for Leicester. That's a long ball looking for Bukayo Saka, but Thomas heads it back to Schmeichel, and now Johnny Evans can bring the ball forward for Leicester. I'll say I've had a better last 10 minutes, certainly in terms of possession. One shot, a goal from Iheanacho and a corner, which didn't pose Arsenal too many problems. And in fact, Leicester haven't really posed Arsenal too many problems. There's now 10 minutes to go until half time. Fairly comfortable this for Arsenal. Leicester keeping possession, but they're not able to get out of their half. Kevin says, I think they just said only Chelsea got more points than Arsenal in the last 18. I would have thought Liverpool may well have done as well. I don't think they've dropped too many points, have they? But anyway, either way, there's no doubt that we're certainly on a good run of form at the moment, and this has been a good performance as well. And suddenly we're looking like a team that can do something this season, aren't we? Following a very disjointed start to the season, those first 3 games will haunt us for a long time, won't they? But we've certainly got our act together since then, and we're getting better and better, and we're certainly getting better in this game as well now. Lacazette over on that far side for Arsenal finds Bukayo Saka, plays the ball back to Tomiyasu, and he switches it across the pitch to Gabriel and onto Tavares. Both Arsenal fullbacks getting forward quite well in this first half so far. Sambi Lokonga now keeps possession well. He was put under pressure there from Tielemans and Solmeier, but he's got it to Gabriel and now Ben White. And this is good from Arsenal. Ben White now in possession, looking for a forward pass. Instead, he's forced back to Tomiyasu, and he's going to end up going back to Aaron Ramsdale. If Arsenal can manage this first half well now, we will be in a great position where we can go in 2-0 up. Lacazette there was chasing down Thomas, who's gone long up that far side, but it's an aimless ball. And Ben White will just play it back to Aaron Ramsdale. And it's been a comfortable performances from Arsenal. Leicester have offered very little threat at all, and that's been as much down to the way that we're pressing and winning the ball high up the pitch. Aubameyang there, Tavares, it was, won that header in almost a left wing position there from that long kick, and now he's had to run back into position as Leicester tried to build an attack down that far side. It's a ball played up the line actually, but Ramsdale's going to come out of his penalty area and kick it away. It wasn't a great clearance actually, but Lacazette does pick the ball up now. Thomas Partey plays it back to Tomiyasu. These names were a few weeks ago not really that familiar, but they're becoming very familiar with us now, aren't they? Another one here, Nuno Tavares on this left-hand side, just getting his chance in the team now with that injury to Kieran Tierney, and he's certainly done well, Tavares, but that's a loose pass there from Sambi Lokonga. It's gone out for a throw to Leicester over on the far side. But yeah, it is a very new-look team, isn't it? And I say a lot of unfamiliar names maybe, but they're becoming good players for Arsenal, aren't they, in recent weeks? And they all seem to be growing and developing together. And you can see some good signs from this team. And today, this has been a really impressive performance from Arsenal. Sambi Lokonga now in the middle of the pitch, tries to play the ball through to Aubameyang, but it just ran away from the Arsenal captain. And Leicester can now try and come forward themselves down this near side. Of course, a goal for Leicester before half-time would put a totally different complexion on this game, wouldn't it? So we need to stay switched on. Maddison's ball there is deflected, but it only falls to Tielemans. Tried a shot from distance there. Of course, he did score from a similar range last week, but that was a good save from Aaron Ramsdale. A fairly comfortable save, if we're honest. Of course, I say it's a very similar position to where he scored from last week, but that was a comfortable save from Aaron Ramsdale. His long kick there just goes all the way through to Kasper Schmeichel, and Leicester can pick up possession again. And Kevin in the chat says, regardless of result, Lokonga has proven he can be one for the future. No, he's looking one for now as well, isn't he? He's looked very good, Lokonga. I've been really, really impressed with Tavares as well, actually. And Phil's in the chat as well. Didn't feel good to see you, mate. He says, all right, Rich, going well so far. It's going very well so far. But it's still early days, of course. Well, having said that, we're only, 5.5 minutes away from half time. So, it's been a really good first half from Arsenal. But as I say, if Leicester do manage to find a goal before the break, it's going to put a totally different complexion on it. But that Leicester attack there was broken up by Emil Smith-Rowe. He's got that's a good ball, actually, to Tavares, who burst forward down his left-hand side. He's now held up a little bit. Not a lot of support, to be fair. He finds Sambi Lokonga, who is indeed having a good game, as Kevin just pointed out there. Come right away across to Tomiyasu over on the far side. Maybe overhit that pass slightly. But Tomiyasu gets it back from Saka, finds Thomas Partey, tries to ping the ball through to Wolves, Bukayo Saka down that right-hand side, but the ball's gone out for a goal kick to Arsenal. The Arsenal kit today has got a poppy as well on the chest, which is a nice thing to see as well as we approach, of course, Remembrance in November. A week or so away, isn't it? 2 weeks nearly. But Leicester now pinging the ball around down his near side, but not really progressing very far. And in fact, it's gone away back to Johnny Evans. And now to Soyuncu. Solmare now inside the centre circle. Of course, Leicester do have a goal for it on the bench, don't they? With Lookman and Padson Daka as well, who scored them 4 goals, didn't he, in the Europa League game recently. Ball played into the Wolves, a penalty area there towards Iheanacho. Was that handball? Right, in fact, it might be a free kick to Leicester on the edge of the penalty. In fact, it is a free kick to Leicester. It was a foul on Tielemans there, or a foul on Maddison, who's gone down again. He spent more time on the floor, Maddison, in this first half than anything else. Little ball dinked into him. It was Ben White again with a foul on Maddison. Yeah, I think it was a foul, actually. He kind of nudged him in the back, and Maddison's gone down. But this is a dangerous moment for Arsenal, actually. This free kick, it's inside the D on the edge of the penalty area. Of course, the last one was taken by Maddison, which wasn't a great free kick, straight into the wall. Let's see what they can do this time. So a goal now for Leicester would totally change this game. It's been a dominant Arsenal performance, but goals can make a big difference in this game already now. Say 2-0 looks a good lead for Arsenal, but suddenly 2-1, just close to half-time, would not be ideal with it. Ramsdale is lining up his wall. Everybody knows how important these moments are now for Arsenal in this game. So we've got a wall lined up around about the penalty spot, just slightly to this right-hand side, left-hand side, sorry, the right-hand side as Leicester look. Looks like it is going to be Maddison with this free kick. Iheanacho again is also over it as well. It's going to be Maddison, is it, with a free kick over the wall? It's a save from Ramsdale. And have Leicester scrambled it in? No, they haven't. Wow, I thought it had gone in. Great free kick that time from Maddison. Ramsdale pushed it onto the underside of a crossbar, I think it was. What a great save that was. Onto the crossbar, and in the rebound from Johnny Evans, it was actually got onto the rebound. Couldn't quite. And again, it was another good save from Ramsdale before Thomas Partey was able to clear the ball away. Well, we said that a goal for Leicester before half-time would have put a totally different complexion on the game, and they almost got one there, actually. What a great save that was from Aaron Ramsdale. Brilliant save onto the crossbar, that free kick. A good free kick as well. The first free kick from Maddison was poor, but that one was much better. And a great save that was. The free kick from Maddison up and over the wall. Great one hand from Ramsdale onto the crossbar, and then he was up quickly to deny Johnny Evans from the rebound. That's a great save, actually. You have to say that is probably one of the saves of the season. And then he managed to was it the post that denied Johnny Evans, and then Thomas Partey completed the clearance. But that is a hell of a save. That is one of the best saves I think we've seen. He's made one or two already this season, hasn't he, Aaron Ramsdale? And that one's up there with the best. Brilliant hand that was. He got his left hand across and managed to just get enough on the ball to push it onto the crossbar. Otherwise, Leicester would have had a goal back. And we are, just over a minute away from half-time. What a great save. That is a great angle they've just shown there. That is an incredible save. And somehow we've survived thanks to Aaron Ramsdale. Brendan Rodgers can't believe it. Kevin says there, White has to learn stupid free kicks give away. Yeah, that's two now. He's given away both of those 2 free kicks, hasn't he, on the edge of the penalty area. And obviously we can't keep doing that in this game because we've seen exactly what Maddison's delivery can be like. We need to stop doing that, really. Ben White needs to stop doing that. But overall, we've had a decent first half, so we don't want to really criticise anybody too much at the minute. But he's getting close to Maddison, isn't he? I mean, how that didn't go in, I'm sure even he can't quite work out. But Iheanacho now plays the ball to Jamie Vardy down that far side. He's very, very wide. I don't know what he's going to do there. He's managed to... I don't think he has. I think the ball's already gone out. It's going to be a goal kick, is it? Jamie Vardy there questioning the referee. But it was Vardy won the first ball. Iheanacho beat Tomiyasu there. Played the ball up to Vardy down that far side. He looked like he had overhit it a little bit. But he's gone off Ben White. Or did it come back off Vardy, perhaps? But anyway, it's a goal kick to Arsenal. We are now in stoppage time at the end of this first half. There won't be too much, will there? 2 minutes has been signalled. It's been a good first half from Arsenal, a very, very good first half. Well, certainly a good first 25 minutes, certainly. That was when the 2 goals arrived. Leicester have been better since then. But for that brilliant save from Ramsdale, they'd have been right back in this game. But now, can Arsenal get a third goal before half-time? Smith Rowe's ball there was picked up by Johnny Evans, and it's just gone off for a goal kick off Bukayo Saka. But Leicester have got themselves back into the game, even though they still haven't managed to get a goal back. And Arsenal just need to manage this better now in the start of the second half, really, because the next goal is going to be crucial. I remember last week against Aston Villa, we said the same thing, didn't we? We were 2-0 up at half-time, and we said the next goal at the start of the second half was going to decide the game. And, of course, it was Arsenal that got it with Smith Rowe. And, of course, that led us to going on and getting the 3 points. And you feel it's going to be maybe a similar story in this game as well. If Leicester do get the next goal, then it's going to certainly change things up, isn't it? But we are now into the final 30 seconds of stoppage time at the end of this first half. Jamie Vardy's not been in this game. Of course, a great goal scoring record he's got against us, hasn't he? But he's not had a sniff today. He's not had a chance. Arsenal say have been totally in control. Johnny Evans now, we're counting down the seconds towards half-time, and Aaron Ramsdale there, he's going to pick that up and just take the sting out of this game now. We're into the last 10 seconds of stoppage time at the end of this first half. The first half has gone as well for Arsenal as could have been expected, was better than could have been expected, actually, if we're totally honest. It's a long kick there from Ramsdale, and there goes a half-time whistle. It has finished here at half-time at the King Power Stadium. Leicester City 0, Arsenal 2. Fully deserved 2-0 lead it is as well. Arsenal went at it from the start. We were brilliant for the first 20 minutes. Got an early goal 5 minutes in. It was Gabriel with a header from a free kick from Bukayo Saka from that right-hand side in at the near post. A great run and a flicked header into the far corner from Gabriel. And then we could have had another couple of goals, actually. Aubameyang was denied by Schmeichel. And then we did get the second goal 18 minutes in. It was a good counter-attack, actually. Partey played the ball out to Saka. He found Lacazette. And I know Lacazette wasn't able to get his shot away. The ball fell to Smith Rowe about 12 yards out, and he drilled it in to the net past Kasper Schmeichel to make it 2-0 and fully deserved. Leicester thought they got a goal back just before half-time. A brilliant free kick from Maddison, but what a save that was from Aaron Ramsdale onto the bar before Arsenal managed to scramble the ball away. And it has been a superb first half from Arsenal. We said before the game, this was going to be the biggest test so far for this young Arsenal team, and they've certainly come through it so far. Excellent performance that was from Arsenal, and it is Leicester City 0, Arsenal 2. And as things stand, we would be up to 5th in the Premier League table. Of course, all the other games are still to be played this weekend, and we've still got the second half of this game to come as well. So let's not get ahead of ourselves quite yet. But obviously, it couldn't have gone any better, could it? We've got a comment there from Henry in the chat there. It says, let's take these 3 points and move forward. Yeah, indeed. But it's only half time. We need to still be switched on. I say, I think the next goal in this game is going to be crucial, isn't it? If we get it like last week, it's game over, you'd believe. But if Leicester can get the goal, as indeed they nearly did there with that free kick, then it's going to change everything, isn't it? So we need to be switched on in the second half. We need to come out and play as well as we did in that first half. And if we do, then I'm pretty certain that we will go on and get these 3 points. And a big 3 points they'll be as well, won't they? If that's going to be the case. So let's hope so, because I think we've certainly deserved it in that first half. Absolutely brilliant performance that was. And yeah, we are. It's going as well as we could certainly have hoped for, isn't it? It is 2-0 as we are at half time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab myself a drink and something quick to eat, and we'll be back for the second half very, very shortly. So stay tuned, and we'll be here for the second half. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please consider doing so if you enjoy what we do, and give it a like as well if you're enjoying the coverage here. It's certainly been a good performance from Arsenal, hasn't it? So half time here at King Power, Leicester City 0, Arsenal 2. Good performance. And when you heard the Carabao Cup draw earlier, we got Sunderland at home in the quarterfinals. It's not been a bad Saturday morning for Arsenal, has it, so far? So let's hope more of the same, please, in the second half. I will be back the other side of this. Hello, Ian. Welcome back to the show. It is half time. It is Arsenal or Leicester nil, Arsenal 2. Brilliant first half that was from the Arsenal. Let's hope we can finish the job in the second half and perform as well again. And I think we're going to have to, because I'm sure Leicester are going to want a response to that. What was a poor first half from them, but a lot of that was down to the great performance from Arsenal. So let's hope, we can produce some more of this in the second half and complete this victory, which will be a really good victory. And it kind of would have set the standard then, wouldn't it? You know, for the sort of performances that this team can do. I do think we need to be careful because it is still a very young side, and it is still a side that is going to show some inconsistencies through the season, I'm sure. And of course, you know, if injuries do start to hit as well, as we saw earlier in the season, what difference that can make. So yeah, I do feel that we've got to try and keep our feet on the ground a little bit, but we need to enjoy this turnaround in results and performances. And the signs are suddenly looking a lot better, aren't they? We do seem to be heading in the right direction finally. It's taken a long time, and I think, you know, like many people, I've been a big critic of Mikel Arteta because I don't feel as though he's always done enough. But he's got his team he wanted. We said when we made the signings there were no more excuses. And to be fair, we've not needed any excuses so far because the results have been good. Yes, one or two poor performances, Brighton away, Crystal Palace at home, but we did manage to pick up points in both of those games. And when we've played well, and when we are playing well as we are today, you can see that we are a decent team. We just need to get this consistency, build on this, because I say with young players, you're never guaranteed, are you, that they're going to produce these performances sort of week in, week out. For a long time, we've managed to so far. Phil in the chat there says a couple more goals to shed the negative goal difference would be nice. Yeah, it would, but I think ultimately, I'm sure everyone will be delighted if we can just win this game and see what happens. You know, the goal difference we've got plenty of games left to sort that out, haven't we? But anyway, this has been a great performance. I say if it stays like this, we will be up to fifth, level on points with West Ham in fourth. But of course, everybody else has still got to play this weekend. We would, of course, have played a game more, but it would give us a 3-point cushion on Leicester, and who would have thought that? But we are only at -1 now, actually, for the goal difference. So, yeah, 2 more goals would give us a positive goal difference. But let's not get too carried away yet. I mean, a 2-0 victory away at Leicester would be more than we would have anticipated before. But Leicester are making 2 subs. It just goes to show that Brendan Rodgers thought of that first half performance. They're bringing on Lookman and Harvey Barnes as well. Adama Lookman, who, of course, we know he's got quality. I thought maybe we might have seen Padson Dakar, actually. Maybe we will a bit later on, but not yet. It's Lookman and Harvey Barnes that are coming on. We'll see who's going off. May well be Solmere and possibly Thomas. I didn't think either of those two played particularly well in that first half, but we'll see. We'll see who's gone off. But Leicester are going for it. You know, 2 attacking players coming on. Certainly, they may well change the shape of their team, go back to 4 at the back, quite possibly. We'll see how that goes in the second half. I'm certainly expecting a big response from Leicester. And that's why I think the next goal in this game is so important, because if Leicester get it, then it's going to make it a really difficult second half for us. But we'll see what happens. But I'll say these 2 changes for Leicester then. It's Adama Lookman who's coming on, and it's also Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes, of course, it was this fixture last season when he got that terrible injury, wasn't it, which cost him the opportunity to probably be in the squad for the Euros. Arsenal are just emerging from the tunnel for the start of this second half. I haven't seen who's gone off for Leicester actually yet. I'm sure that will become clear in the next few moments. But they've made 2 substitutions at half-time, Leicester. They're certainly going to approach this game in a different way, aren't they, after half-time? So let's see how that pans out now. But it is currently Leicester City nil, Arsenal 2 as we prepare to start this second half. Arsenal will be attacking the goal to our right in this second half. That's the corner of the pitch down in that bottom right-hand corner where the Arsenal fans are congregated. 3,000 of them today enjoying the day out, which is now in the sunshine in the East Midlands. Of course, it was raining this morning pretty much everywhere. But I say the sun's out now. And Leicester do get this second half underway. It is, I say, 2-0 to Arsenal currently. But I say Leicester have made a couple of changes to their team, trying to see who's gone off actually. to have an idea of what they're doing in this second half. It looks like Harvey Barnes is going to be over on this near side in the left. It looks like Thomas is now maybe playing as a left back. And is it more of a back four now for Leicester? Looks like Barnes is on the left-hand side. Is it Ian Nacho that's maybe gone off? Solmier's still on. It's not him. Just trying to figure out who's playing where at the minute, actually. But anyway, we'll soon figure it out for Leicester. I think it might well be. Oh, so Marty has gone off for Barnes. So, you know, the third centre back. So I do think they have gone to a four at the back now. It certainly appears that way. Soyuncu now has got the ball. Plays it into midfield. That's not a great ball, actually. Madison does well to get it pushed on to Thomas. Nigel there's in the chat. How you doing, Nigel? Thanks for tuning in again. He says, after barely having any representation at the Euros, we may well have half the England team at the World Cup next year. Well, quite possibly. We could have more than after we could have a few more players in the squad. Certainly Smith Rowe is going to be knocking on the door, isn't he? Ben White, of course, as well, could be in with an opportunity. Who knows? We certainly could have a few more. Anyway, Aubameyang now down his far side for Arsenal, looking for his third goal. Plays the ball into Will Smith Rowe, but the defender came across there. I think it was Soyuncu with the challenge. Got the ball back to Kasper Schmeichel. We've played a minute and a half of this first half. It is still Leicester City nil, Arsenal 2. Not really been a lot of pattern yet to this second half. Leicester have made those two changes, so we're going to see a different shape to the team for them. In fact, it is Ian Nacho that's gone off for Lookman. But Saka now on this near side for Arsenal, cutting in, does really well. Bukayo Saka, we've got a man over on the far side. It's Thomas Partey with a shot. It's deflected behind for another corner to Arsenal. It was Tavares actually with that shot. It was deflected behind by Castagna. And it is going to be a corner to Arsenal. Rajendra's in the chat as well. How you doing, Rajendra? Thanks for tuning in again. Good to see you. Obviously enjoying the game, I'm sure. And I'm sure we'll enjoy the women's game tomorrow as well. Kicking off at 4:45, of course. Smith Rowe now with his corner over on the far side for Arsenal. Arsenal's left. Gabriel scored from early corner in that first half. He's in there again, looking for another goal. The corner comes in flat this time to the near post. Not a great corner that from Smith Rowe. It's headed out by Castagna, but only as far as Tavares, who clips it back into the box, but he's overhit that. It's gone out for a goal kick to Leicester. There's not been much pattern to this game in the second half so far. I think Leicester are still trying to settle into their new formation. A couple of changes that they made, and we haven't really got going yet either. Leicester then looking for an attack there. Gabriel comes across and gets the ball clear. And Rajendra says there, I can only hear your commentary. Oh, that's fine. I'll keep you updated as much as I can. And it has been a decent performance from Arsenal so far. We've got a throw currently over on the far side, Arsenal's left, which Tavares is lining up to take just in line with the penalty area on that far side. Ball played inside to Thomas Partey, now to Lacazette. Turns well, almost tried to thread the ball through to Aubameyang, but Leicester do get it clear, and now they can try to launch a counter-attack of their own. This is good play from Solmir, actually, through the midfield. That's a good ball. Is it across into the path of Jamie Vardy? He tried to play it across to the far post, but it hit Ben White, and Arsenal do scramble the ball away for the time being, at least anyway, just as the stream decides to freeze, and it's just gone back on a loop to the previous attack. We'll be back up to date in a minute, but that ball from Vardy there was deflected from Ben White, and then Ben White completes the clearance. And Rajendra says, I'm at a conference. Oh, good. Okay, I hope you're enjoying your conference. And it's not too boring, but certainly the game should keep you entertained anyway. Tielemans now for Leicester. He's now back with Johnny Evans. Plays it to Soyuncu on his near side for Leicester. Trying to find a way back into this game, the Foxes. It's a good ball by Thomas up the line. He finds Harvey Barnes, a half-time substitute. just on the edge of the penalty area, plays it back to Thomas, and then Barnes gets it back. He's got a crossing opportunity now with his left foot. It's a decent ball in towards the near post. Arsenal scramble it away. Was looking for Jamie Vardy. It was well defended, but Harvey Barnes has got it again, as you know he hasn't, Tomiyasu. But it's given away there by Bukayo Saka back to Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes across with his right foot this time, but it's overhit. It's gone out for a goal kick to Arsenal. But Harvey Barnes has certainly made an early impression in this second half. A couple of times down this near side for Leicester, he's done well. That was a good crossing on his right foot there, but there was no Leicester player attacking it. And you can't really blame the cross for that. It was a decent ball into a decent area for Leicester, but no one was there. And it's gone out for a goal kick to Arsenal, which Ramsdale is now going to take long. And he goes long as well. Decent kick towards Bukayo Saka, but he's beaten in the air by Thomas, and Leicester can now come forward again. Harvey Barnes hooks the ball into the middle. But it's going to be a throw to Leicester. Maddison there's complaining about not maybe getting the ball to his feet. But anyway, Leicester are now trying to build an attack. They've certainly had more possession in the last 2 or 3 minutes, the start of the second half, than they did for much of that first half. Although towards the end, they certainly were a lot better, Leicester. Now, Barnes again has had a lively start to his appearance today. Maddison now with the ball, quite central for Leicester. Lacazette holds him up, so he finds Solmea, and then he plays it across to Johnny Evans. Leicester going across the pitch rather than forward, but they're trying to come forward now. But Aubameyang again defensively does well, and now Arsenal can come forward down that far side with Emile Smith-Rowe, scorer of the second Arsenal goal. He does well there, finds Aubameyang, plays the ball out to that far side towards Tavares. Was he offside? Oh no, it's a throw to Leicester, which Johnny Evans takes. 6 minutes in the second half gone. It's still 2-0 to Arsenal, but now Leicester coming forward. Jamie Vardy down that far side. He's got Gabriel for company. Plays it back towards Harvey Barnes. Shot first time, just wide of that far post, but that was better from Leicester. Got the ball forward quickly there. It was played through by Maddison to Jamie Vardy. He was onside. Gabriel came across there over on that far side to try to hold him up. He pulled it back to the edge of the penalty area. Harvey Barnes arrived. He didn't really get hold of that first time volley, and it's gone very wide of that far post. Nigel says there, I can see why Arsene Wenger tried to sign Johnny Evans years ago. He's still very good. He reads the game well, doesn't he? And that's a big asset, isn't it, in the Premier League? You know, he doesn't have a lot of pace, but he does read the game well. He's pretty good in the air. So, yeah, I mean, he's been a good signing for Leicester, hasn't he? Been there for a few years and he's done well. But he couldn't prevent the 2 Arsenal goals today. Lacazette there with the ball, looking for Tavares over on that far side, but he's not going to find him. And it goes out harmlessly behind for a goal kick to Leicester. 53 minutes almost we're up to now in this game. Of course, the longer this second half goes on without Leicester scoring, the more comfortable we will feel, I'm sure. I still believe that the next goal in this game is going to be the big one. If we get it as we did on Friday against Aston Villa last Friday, then surely that will be the 3 points for Arsenal. But if Leicester can find a goal back, it's going to be a very nervy finish to this game for Arsenal, isn't it? My prediction was 2-2, actually, which I obviously hope's wrong now because we're in such a good position. But let's see what happens in these final, 35, 36 minutes of this game. It's a big 35 minutes for Arsenal, this. If we can hang on to this lead or possibly extend it, get the 3 points here. That's a big statement as well. It will put us level on points with West Ham in 4th, although, as I say, they're all playing, everybody else is playing still later on. Harvey Barnes again down his left-hand side for Leicester. He's running past Tomiyasu. Couldn't quite get across, and he wants to use his right foot more, doesn't he, Harvey Barnes? But he does keep possession, finds Solmea. That's a good ball into the penalty area. So shot comes in just past the post. That was Castagna there with the effort. It was Thomas, got forward. That was a good move from Leicester. Solmea played the ball into Tielemans. Lovely pass, actually. Thomas got into the air, shot across Ramsdale, but he couldn't quite find that far corner, thankfully. It's gone past the post. But that's probably their best chance that Leicester have created in the second half, certainly. And It is still 2-0, but Leicester now are building up a little bit of a head of steam as we approach the 55th minute. They're coming forward again down this far side. The ball plays in towards a penalty towards Maddison. Thomas Partey stretches out a leg, gets it behind, but it is a corner to Leicester. They're turning up the pressure here in the early part of the second half. They're getting the crowd up as well. Not what we need, really. Good play again from Leicester. Vardy again down that far side. Pulled the ball back. It was heading towards James Maddison, but Partey came across. But it's a corner on the far side to Leicester. It's only their second corner of the game. The first one in the first half didn't really lead to an awful lot. Let's hope that this is a similar story here. It's going to be Maddison with the corner. It's going to be out swinging from that far side. It's a decent corner, actually. Arsenal head gets on the end of it, but only to the edge of the penalty area. It's put back in again by Thomas, but Ramsdale's going to get that comfortably. And we have survived another Leicester attack. 10 minutes played in the second half. Leicester City 0, Arsenal 2. The second half's been a little bit more difficult for Arsenal. Leicester have come out. They've made a couple of changes at half-time. Harvey Barnes in particular has had a big influence so far for them. He's playing well down his left-hand side. Leicester coming forward again, and Lacazette gives away a free kick for a foul on Solmere, who he lifts to his feet. And it is going to be a free kick to Leicester. Sort of very central, just midway inside the Arsenal half, so far too far out for a shot at goal, but an opportunity to get the ball back into the Arsenal box again. Looks like Martin Ødegaard may well be coming on for Arsenal. He's stripped, just getting some last-minute instructions on the bench. He's going to come on very, very soon. Not quite sure who for. We'll find out very soon. Might well be one of the attackers maybe, but we'll see. This free kick from James Maddison, dinked in towards the far post, headed back in towards the penalty area. Gabriel heads it away. Shot comes in from the edge of the penalty area, over the top of the crossbar from Tielemans. And it's going to be a goal kick to Arsenal. Again, a decent delivery that was from Maddison into the box. But talking of Maddison, it's Ødegaard coming on, of course. Those were the two that were the transfer rumours were about, wasn't they, through the summer. It was Martin Ødegaard that we got. In fact, it's Lacazette who's going off. I thought he might have been one of the forward players. He's worked hard again, Lacazette. Not really his day in front of goal. He did play a part, of course, in that second goal, didn't he? Which Smith Rowe did score. So it's Lacazette going off. Martin Ødegaard's coming on. He's probably going to play a similar role, isn't he? Because Lacazette was playing off of Aubameyang, and I think that's where Ødegaard's probably going to play, isn't he? In a more of a number 10 kind of position. But we'll see what difference that makes to this Arsenal performance. But Leicester now coming forward again inside the penalty. It's a good chance for Leicester. Shot comes in. Another good save from Ramsdale with his left hand at the near post. Leicester are threatening a goal. That was Lookman there. Got inside the penalty area down that right-hand side. Lovely back heel from Vardy. He got past Thomas Partey. That was going in at the near post. Good save from Ramsdale again. The ball was going in and he got across there. Ramsdale, good save again at his near post. Again, a save you'd expect him to make, a goal kick of his quality. But it had to be made and he did it well. But it is another corner to Leicester. They are really putting the pressure on in the early part of this second half. We played 58 and a half minutes. Leicester City 0, Arsenal 2, but Leicester do have a corner. Referee there just having a word with Johnny Evans and Sambi Lakonga there, a bit of pushing and shoving going on inside the 6-yard box. And now this corner is going to be taken by Maddison again. Again, it's an outswinger towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Again, it's an Arsenal head, Gabriel. But Leicester pick the loose ball up with Solmere. Plays it back to Tielemans. Again, he finds Maddison over on that far side. Maddison's cross, it's deflected. Johnny Evans flicks it on, looking towards Lookman, who was offside, I think, but he didn't get the ball, so we play on. And Arsenal was struggling to get the ball away, but now this might be better. Ødegaard finds Aubameyang right over on that far touchline. Arsenal do keep possession. We're coming up to the hour mark in this game. Arsenal do still lead 2-0, but we're struggling to get the ball clear now. It's been all Leicester in this second half. Arsenal have got deeper and deeper the longer we've gone on. Oh, this is a good ball from Tielemans. It's inside the penalty area. Oh, it was a loose touch there. Maybe it's helped us out, but Leicester have still got a ball down this far side. Cross comes in. Deflected again off Tomiyasu. It's going to be another corner to Leicester. Tielemans is now having much more influence on this game in this second half. Some of his passing has been exceptional. Very good player, of course, Yuri Tielemans for Leicester. player that I would have loved at Arsenal a year or so ago when he was only on loan, of course, at Leicester. But anyway, he's doing well in the second half for Leicester, having a big impact. And it's another corner now for Leicester, which James Maddison is going to take again. We've dealt with them so far pretty well. Gabriel's been dominant in the air, winning a lot of the headers. What about this corner now? Again, it's towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Again, it's headed out by Gabriel. And Aubameyang, completes the clearance. But Leicester again pick up the ball. And we can't get out of our half now. That was a story in the opening 25 minutes of the first half for Leicester. Now it's reversed. But the difference is we've got the goals and they haven't. Cross comes in again from that far side. Ramsdale should collect that, and he does. Under a little bit of pressure from Johnny Evans, and Ramsdale didn't like that. They're having a little bit of a discussion about it. Vardy's in there getting involved as well, pulling back Ramsdale. I think it's Vardy. It is Vardy. Ramsdale didn't like that challenge on him by Johnny Evans. The referee has given a free kick. Another dangerous ball from Maddison. It was there to be won. Ramsdale came and caught it well, and then he didn't like the challenge on Johnny Evans. And then Vardy got involved as well when he maybe didn't need to. He was a bit late there, Johnny Evans, actually. It was a foul. It is a free kick anyway. Maybe there was no need for Ramsdale to get involved in that. But anyway, Ramsdale takes a free kick now. And I wouldn't say Arsenal are hanging on because it is 2-0, but it's been all Leicester in the second half. They're doing everything at pace, and they are causing us a lot of problems, and we just can't get going. They've won the ball back again. High press from Leicester. Now it's a chance inside the penalty. It's Harvey Barnes. Oh, and again, Ramsdale was out well. Another good save. Ramsdale is certainly in line here for man of the match today, isn't he? Again, though, it's good play from Leicester on the edge of the penalty area. It was Barnes burst into the box. Ramsdale came out, spread himself. That's a really good save, actually. Spread himself well. The ball bounced back off Ben White and has gone behind for another corner to Leicester. And again, Ramsdale and Johnny Evans are continuing their earlier conversation as we await this corner, which again is going to be James Maddison, this time from the near side. So it's going to be an in-swinger this time. Again, it's another ball towards the far post. And this time it's a foul by Soyuncu. And it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. But Leicester are building up a head of steam here in this game. And you do feel that if they do get a goal back, then it's going to lead to a very nervy last 25 minutes for Arsenal. But anyway, we have got a free kick at the moment. Some good saves from Ramsdale in this game, you've got to say. They're just showing Bernd Leno sitting on the bench. He wonder what's going through his mind. Lost his place now, of course, to Ramsdale. And Ramsdale's been brilliant, let's be fair. Although Leno, of course, had a good game, didn't he, in the Carabao Cup in midweek, I thought. He made 2 or 3 good saves in that game as well. So we've got 2 very good goalkeepers, haven't we? It's keeping them happy, I guess. And I'm sure Leno won't be very happy that he's on the bench now most weeks in the Premier League. But anyway, we've got an attacking throw now on this right-hand side, the near side. Tomiyasu takes it, finds Bukayo Saka's not really had a kick in the second half, and he is dispossessed by Solmere, and Leicester again trying to build an attack. That ball comes off Ødegaard, actually, and are Arsenal going to get a corner out of this? No, they're not. Thomas keeps it in play, but Thomas wins it back, and he finds Ødegaard, and Ødegaard is fouled. It is going to be a free kick to Arsenal over on this near side in the attacking third of the pitch. And Ødegaard there was clipped by Solmere there, and it is a free kick to Arsenal. In a good position actually on this near side. It's about 15 yards in from the near touchline, about 30 yards from goal. Saka and Smith Rowe are over the ball. Looks like it might well be Saka with his left foot to whip this in towards the penalty spot. That's where it needs to go, and that's where it does go. It's a good ball, but it's a Leicester head that manages to get there. I think it was Johnny Evans underneath that as well. Talking about Johnny Evans before, how well he's been playing, and he's had a decent game actually, Johnny Evans. But Leicester have got the ball away. It's gone all the way back to Ramsdale, getting some stick off the Leicester fans behind the goal, but he won't mind that at all. Good character, isn't he, Aaron Ramsdale, as well as being a very good goalkeeper. He's been certainly one of the best signings that we've made this summer. There's no doubt about that. And while Leno hadn't done a lot wrong, I just think Ramsdale has proved himself to be better. And sometimes that can happen in football, can't it? You lose your place to someone who's just playing better than you are. And unfortunately, that's what's happened there. But it's good to have that competition, and maybe it's improving both of them, because I say Leno had a good game the other night. Now Leicester coming forward. This is a great run actually from Soyuncu over on that far side. Finds look, but that's a good ball in, but good defending again by Ben White. But the ball only comes to Maddison, and now to Thomas for Leicester. He finds Harvey Barnes facing Tomiyasu, cuts inside Tomiyasu. Harvey Barnes with a shot, but it's comfortable for Ramsdale, straight into his body. And another opportunity for Leicester, though. You have to say they've certainly been the better team in this second half. There's been no doubt about that. We're having to defend quite deep, but that was a comfortable save from Ramsdale. And he throws the ball out this time, looking for Aubameyang, who holds the ball up well, but then there's a bit of a pile-on going in the centre circle. The referee says play on. I think it would have been a free kick to Arsenal, but Thomas Partey stepped in. And now Tomiyasu plays it back to Ben White. Plays the ball forward, looking for Bukayo Saka down his near side, but it's overhit and it's run all the way through to Kasper Schmeichel. 65.5 minutes played. It is still Leicester 0, Arsenal 2, but Arsenal haven't got out. We haven't really got out of our half in the second half at all. It's been all Leicester, but so far they haven't managed to find a goal. And that's a ball played up the near side towards Maddison. Ben White goes back to Ramsdale, kicks it long towards halfway, but it's Solmere who's had a good second half actually for Leicester in midfield. Him and Tielemans, it's turned the game in Leicester's favour, certainly in terms of possession. But the important thing is the scoreline. It is still Leicester 0, Arsenal 2. Now Lookman plays it out to that far side. Castagna, it's a dangerous ball actually, but it's overhit. Is it going to be kept in by Harvey Barnes on this near side? It is by Thomas. Sorry, it's another decent crossing towards the 6-yard box. It was Lokonga there, gets that away. But again, it's a Leicester player picks up the second ball, and we can't really get any sort of possession in this second half. Another ball whipped into the box. Header comes in from Jamie Vardy, but it's gone wide. Another chance for Leicester. Tielemans again with the ball in. He's been the most influential player in the second half for Leicester. There's no doubt about that. Probably the most influential player on the pitch, actually. Another great delivery in. Vardy got in between the two Arsenal centre halves there. It was a good, powerful header, but he didn't manage to direct it on goal. But another opportunity for Leicester. And it's a goal kick to Arsenal. Referee Michael Oliver is demanding that Ramsdale gets on with it, takes it quicker, and he has done. He's gone long towards Aubameyang, was held back, was he? And it's going to be a yellow card, the first yellow card of the game, I believe it is. And it's to Johnny Evans for that pull back on Aubameyang, who just maybe got the wrong side of him briefly there. Aubameyang was backing in, but as he's entitled to do as a centre forward, and then Evans wrestled him to the ground, and Arsenal will have a free kick midway inside the Leicester half, looking to get this third goal, which will, kill off this Leicester comeback. It hasn't been a comeback in terms of goals, but it's certainly been a comeback in terms of performance. Anyway, Johnny Evans has now received a yellow card. He's maybe a bit fortunate not to get one a bit earlier for that challenge on Ramsdale. But anyway, he's got a yellow card now, so he's going to have to be careful, isn't he, for the remaining 23 or 24 minutes that remain of this game. It is a free kick to Arsenal, in no rush to take it, and you can fully understand why. It's been a difficult second half for Arsenal here. Johnny Evans is all over Aubameyang, and he has won himself a free kick there, the Arsenal captain. And at least it's going to relieve a little bit of pressure anyway, if nothing else. But we're not in any rush to take it, and we don't look like we're going to go long with it into the box either. But anyway, we'll see what this free kick leads to. It's going to be Bukayo Saka with it. Floats it over towards the near side to Aubameyang, plays it back across the box. Oh, great ball, actually. And it's gone out for a corner. It was Castagna with the header. A lovely free kick, actually, that was. Brilliant that was from Bukayo Saka to the near side here. Aubameyang drilled it across the box. An Arsenal head on that would have made it 3-0. And there was almost Thomas Partey in there, and was it Ben White as well at the far post? But it was a header from Castagna, has put it out for a corner to Arsenal over on that far side, which Smith Rowe is going to take. It's a decent ball into the 6-yard box, all the way to the far post. It's a good save, actually, from Schmeichel. It was Aubameyang with the effort. And there's a foul there by Thomas Partey on a Leicester defender. But that was an opportunity there for 3. The corner came in, it was flicked on, and Aubameyang came in. A good save with Kasper Schmeichel's legs, actually. Aubameyang there with the effort from close range. A good save from the Leicester goalkeeper. Now Smith Rowe coming forward again. It's inside the penalty area. Bukayo Saka tries to curl a shot. It's deflected. It's come back to Saka again. Plays it across the 6-yard box. And it's an offside flag is up now. But there was 2 opportunities there for Bukayo Saka. Neil's in the attack there. It's unreal. Well, it's been unreal so far, let's be honest. Almost free. It was almost free. Sorry, a little ahead. Yeah, you may well be a little bit ahead here. My stream did go a bit stupid a bit earlier. But anyway, almost a 3rd goal from Aubameyang. A good save there with his feet. And anyway, it's now Leicester have made a sub, actually. Maddison's gone off. And it is Patson Daka that's come on. I did mention him before. 20 minutes to play for Daka. Of course, he did get those 4 goals in the Europa League game very recently, didn't he? Having scored his first Premier League goal a couple of weeks ago against Brighton, I think it was, wasn't it? Or was it Crystal Palace? Anyway, Arsenal now looking for a 3rd goal. Bukayo Saka again inside the penalty area. Tries to curl a shot in, but it's too high. It's gone over the bar. He shuffled it back onto his left foot and tried to curl it into the top corner, but unfortunately he couldn't keep it down. Arsenal now come back into this game in the second half. He was onside, Saka there as well. Got it onto his left foot, but couldn't keep the shot down. And that's been better from Arsenal. I say we were living a little bit dangerously for the first 15, 20 minutes of the second half, but we've come back into the game now. Just won the ball back there from Thomas Partey, and now Arsenal coming forward down the far side, but it's going to run out of play for a throw-in to Arsenal. Neil says there, Rich, you should be on TV. Your commentary is bloody professional. Well, thanks, mate. I don't know about that, but anyway. And he says, I'll catch up with you later as I'm ahead. Enjoy coming, you guys. Rather the best keeper on the planet. Well, he's certainly been doing really well, hasn't he? He's had a great game today. I believe he's probably out there man of the match for us today. Enjoy the rest of the game, but anyway, we'll speak soon. Yes, come on the channel, actually. We need you to come on. That'll be really good for a future show. Lots of stuff coming up anyway. I'm sure we can get you on very soon. Thomas Partey now in midfield for Arsenal. That's a good ball again to Bukayo Saka down his near side. He's done pretty well, but defenders come across and got it away, but not very far. Tomiyasu plays it in to Martin Ødegaard. Now it's back with Bukayo Saka again down this near side. This is much better from Arsenal now. We've overcome that difficult spell that we had. A lot of Leicester pressure, but we've managed to get through that, and now we've got ourselves back into this game. We're back on top again. There is just over 15, 16, 17 minutes to play. It is still Arsenal leading 2-0. Neil says, yeah, take care of yourself, mate. We'll speak soon. And he says, yeah, thanks, Richard. Well, good. Yeah, we're good to get you on. A lot of good shows coming up soon, which we will be looking at. Now, Arsenal again coming forward. Again, it's Saka down his near side. Plays a ball towards the edge of the penalty area, but Leicester are able to scramble it away. A little bit of a hint of a handball there by the Leicester defender, but it's not given. Tielemans, I think it was. And it's going to be a throw. Is it to Leicester or is it a free kick? Tomiyasu and Harvey Barnes there came together. It wasn't a foul, actually. It is a throw, which Leicester have now taken. We're coming towards the last 15 minutes. Big 15 minutes is for Arsenal to hold on and possibly even get a 3rd goal, which would really seal it, wouldn't it? But Leicester have certainly been better in the second half, a lot better. Well, probably after the first 20 minutes, they've probably been the better team. But it's about goals. We got the early goals, and Leicester have struggled to get any back, mainly due to Aaron Ramsdale, we have to say. But they've got another chance now. Leicester, Tielemans again. We get a delivery in. He will, and again, it's a good ball. Header at the near post, right across the face of the goal from Harvey Barnes. Another opportunity for Leicester. Tielemans with the cross again. He's been Leicester's best player, Yuri Tielemans. Good cross. Barnes didn't quite get enough of a connection on it. If he had done, Ramsdale was beaten. It would have gone into that far corner, but it went just the other side of the post. Another let-off maybe for Arsenal. And that's a foul there by Jamie Vardy on Ben White. Vardy shaking his head. He's got a yellow card. It was a bit of a late challenge. Ben White had played the ball, and Ramsdale's just gone over to tell him not to hurry up. And yeah, I mean, you can see why it's a yellow card. It wasn't much in it, to be fair. He's tried to close Ben White down, got there late, and did catch him. And they are generally a yellow card these days, so I don't think Jamie Vardy can have too many complaints. Ben White is still down. and he's getting some treatment now. And I'm sure this is just to take the sting out of the Leicester attacks, actually, rather than because he's that badly injured. I'm sure he's not. And the Leicester fans are singing "Same old Arsenal always cheating," which is nice coming from them, isn't it? When they've got Jamie Vardy on their team and James Maddison, two of the biggest divers in the league. But anyway, we'll ignore that for now. And it is going to be a free kick to Arsenal. Ben White is now back up again, and he looks fine, as I think he was. And I think he did make the most of that, which is fine, and that's fair play. You know, Leicester would have done exactly the same if they were in our situation, 2-0 up, wouldn't they? So you cannot blame him for that. Now we're getting down into the last 15 minutes now, looking for a third victory in a row here at the King Power Stadium, which is an impressive run of results, actually, against a Leicester team that, you know, one of the, they would like to be considered one of the big six now, wouldn't they? They've been finishing in the top six for a number of seasons in a row. So I'm sure they'll feel as though they should be considered part of the big six, but of course they're not because they're Leicester. But anyway, they are still trying to get something from this game. Lokonga now in the centre of midfield finds at Smith Rowe. Arsenal have been very passive for most of the second half, but now we are coming forward. Saka up this near side. Again, he's got Thomas for company. Can he get past him? Instead, he cuts inside, plays it across to the other Thomas Partey, and he plays it out to Lokonga now. Tavares over on that far side. Tavares looks to go past Castagna and get a cross in. He can't. He's forced back to Sambi Lokonga. He cuts inside and is then fouled. And it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. This is what we need to do. Is Lookman there with the foul on Sambi Lokonga, who cut past him. And yes, he did put his foot in, didn't get the ball. And although he did complain, he's got no reason to complain because it was clearly a foul. And we've got a free kick now, just over on that right-hand side, left-hand side, sorry, Leicester's right. Just this, so it's about 20 yards in from the touchline, in line with the penalty area, actually, but about 20 yards outside the penalty area. So it's going to be an opportunity to maybe whip a ball into the box if indeed we want to do that. 13 minutes to play. We're closing in on what will be a very impressive victory, it has to be said. But this free kick now for Arsenal, it looks like it's going to be Saka again with it in towards the near post. It's headed away by Leicester, and they can complete the clearance now, maybe launch a counter-attack of their own, but they don't. Good defending that was there as Dakar was looking to progress down that far side. In fact, it was him that kicked it out. It's going to be a throw to Arsenal. And so we're coming in towards the last 12 minutes of this game. Leicester City 0, Arsenal 2. Those two early goals, actually, which have put Arsenal well in control of this game now. There's some team news coming in for some of the 3 o'clock kickoffs, of course. Newcastle against Chelsea is a big game today in the northeast. Chelsea start the day, of course, at the top of the table. And Newcastle have, of course, a takeover, but they've still got the same players that are in the bottom 3. They need a big performance today, Newcastle. Saka now on his near side for Arsenal, looking to, I say, get this third goal, which will really put the seal on the victory. But Leicester are still in this game. They do need a goal, though, very soon if they're going to get anything from it. The ball played up there towards Daka, who's held it up well. Now Vardy on this near side for Leicester. The Leicester left. Plays the ball inside the penalty. That's a good ball. Good play from Harvey Barnes, but again, Ramsdale's there to block the cross. Leicester have looked good down this left-hand side, actually. Tomiyasu has been exposed at times. Maybe he's showing his lack of experience. And Harvey Barnes did well, but a good block by Ramsdale at the near post to stop that cross. But here's another corner to Leicester. Tielemans is going to take this one on the near side. Of course, Maddison's now gone off. Tielemans' delivery. It's a good one, but it's straight into the arms of Ramsdale. And we can click down a few more seconds. We are now 11 minutes away from the end of the 90. Man City, of course, playing Crystal Palace as well at 3 o'clock at the Etihad. Sure, they'll win that game. But anyway, you never know. There's been some strange results. Crystal Palace, of course, under Patrick Vieira. Let's hope he can produce a result today. They've not lost many games, have they, Crystal Palace, to be fair? They do draw too many, though. That's their problem. So we'll see how that game goes. What did I say? One of the 3 o'clock kickoffs, of course, today. Zaha's back for Crystal Palace, actually, in place of Benteke, which is a surprise because Benteke has been playing well. But anyway, Leicester now got an attacking throw over on that far side in line with the Arsenal penalty area. So they look to try to get a goal back into this game. Now it's Lookman. Oh, lovely play from Barnes inside the penalty. A great feat, but in the end, he ran into Bukayo Saka, and Arsenal can now launch a counter-attack. And we know it was a poor ball, actually, from Thomas Partey, I think it was, and Leicester can now build an attack again with Thomas. He's got Harvey Barnes again, whips the ball in towards the penalty spot. It was towards Jamie Vardy, but it just slightly behind him. And now Thomas can bring the ball. Thomas Partey, that is, can bring the ball away. And Ødegaard has been fouled. And it is going to be a free kick to Arsenal. Is it? Or we're going to play on? No, it is going to be a free kick to Arsenal. Ødegaard was fouled after the ball there. Actually, no, the referee says no, he's playing on, is he? No, he stopped the game now as Ødegaard is still down. Jamie Vardy's complaining about that. If it wasn't given as a free kick, you can maybe understand why. Not quite sure if it was a free kick. It certainly looked like a free kick. Ødegaard went down and it was a foul by Lookman. But anyway, not quite sure what the referee's going to do now. I don't think he gave the free kick, even though it looked like a foul. And Nicolas Pepe is now getting some instructions. It looks like he is going to be the next Arsenal substitute to come on today. Nicolas Pepe. I'm not sure who he's going to come on for. Maybe Bukayo Saka. But we shall see. But Smith Rowe is now started to show the goals again. Smith Rowe started to get goals, isn't he? His second Premier League game in a row that he scored, his 4th goal of the season. He's certainly starting to score some goals now, which is the one thing that was lacking from his game. Ødegaard is back to his feet, limping a little bit, but I'm sure he's actually okay. He's not been on the field very long, has he, Ødegaard, since he replaced Lacazette, and it is going to be Pepe now to come on. Got a feeling it might well be for Bukayo Saka, but we'll see. Ødegaard is, of course, going to have to come off over on this near side, having just received some treatment. But I'm sure he's going to be okay. He's still not moving particularly freely, but anyway, let's hope he's okay to continue. But Pepe still hasn't come on yet. He's still waiting over on the sunshine, over on that far side, waiting to come on and maybe waiting to see how Ødegaard is. There's 7.5 minutes of normal time remaining. Leicester coming forward again. It's Lookman who's done pretty well. This right-hand side of ball in towards the 6-yard box. Gabriel does well again. He's been impressive, Gabriel, today. From the edge of the box, Tielemans' shot is blocked. And it's another corner to Leicester. They've had a lot of corners in the second half. But so far, they haven't managed to make any of them count. Let's see what happens here. There's a corner in towards the near post. It's flicked on. It's an opportunity, is it? And again, Arsenal sort of scramble the ball clear. Not the most convincing way. Gabriel then wins the second header. And then it's Tomiyasu then completes the clearance. And are Arsenal now going to make the substitution or not? Pepe is still waiting over there in the sunshine. Over on that far side. Waiting to come on. But the ball hasn't gone out yet. Solmere now for Leicester inside the centre circle. Time is very much against the Foxes now as we move in towards the last 6.5 minutes of normal time. There'll be a fair bit of stoppage time, I would imagine. And Arsenal have now got a goal kick, and now we will be able to make the substitution. Pepe is coming on. It is Saka that goes off. His 100th appearance for Arsenal. I know I've mentioned it a few times, but it's an impressive number for him. And he's played well, Bukayo Saka, today. Not really been in the game much in the second half, but what he's done well. And he's going off to a warm applause as well from the Arsenal fans. The travelling 3,000 over in that far corner. And it's going to be Nicolas Pepe coming on for these last 6 minutes plus stoppage time. Didn't really do that well, did he, against Leeds? I didn't feel in midweek. Got an opportunity to start and didn't maybe cover himself in too much glory in that game. But he's got an opportunity here in the Premier League for these last few minutes. So Arsenal look to see out this game. And it has to be said, an impressive 3 points for this young team. And a a statement 3 points as well, I believe. You know, we've maybe, I still think, although we've played well in this game, it has been the biggest test that we've faced with this team since the new signings all came in after the first international break at the end of August. So, and we've come out so far with flying colours, you have to say. It's been an impressive Arsenal performance. Good attacking display in the first half and a really solid defensive display in the second half as well. So it's been a bit of everything from Arsenal today. And they've been impressive in everything that we've done. We've just given away a free kick there, though. It was a tag team of Gabriel and Thomas Partey there fouling the dangerous Daka, Padson Daka, of course, who hasn't had much opportunity since he came on today, actually, so far, to score. He's shown he can finish, but he hasn't had an opportunity really now. But Leicester do have a free kick, which might give an opportunity. It was Tielemans' free kick there, hit Aubameyang. I don't know if he was 10 yards away, but anyway, we carry on. Tielemans again plays it over to that far side. If Leicester are going to stage any sort of comeback, they do need to score in the next few minutes. But Arsenal now on a counter-attack. Smith Rowe, what a run this is. The ball was the wrong ball. Tavares had made a great run through the middle, actually. And if Smith Rowe could have put him in, he would have had a great opportunity. He would have maybe had a one-on-one with Kasper Schmeichel, sorry. But in the end, the ball, he went the wrong way. Smith Rowe went the other way, and Leicester have managed to get possession again with Solmare. The ball comes over to this near side now with Thomas, and it was handball there from Tomiyasu, and I think it's going to be a free kick to Leicester, or will it just be a throw? No, it's just a throw. He didn't give it as handball. Looked like it came off Tomiyasu's arm, actually, but anyway, it matters not really because it's a throw. Leicester keep possession. We're now into the last 3.5 minutes of normal time. There'll probably be 4 minutes of stoppage time, I would imagine, as well. So there's still time for Leicester, but if they are going to get anything from this game, they are going to have to score a goal very, very soon. Otherwise, we are just going to see this out, I'm sure. But Leicester are still in possession. They've certainly played better in the second half. There's no doubt about that. Harvey Barnes has been key for their better performance. He's getting clear again down his left-hand side. A decent ball into the near post, but Ben White's there. And it's gone out for a throw to Brighton, on this near side, which they take quickly. Barnes has got the ball again. Tried to squeeze it past Tomiyasu, but he wasn't able to do so. And now Thomas Partey can come forward for Arsenal. Tomiyasu plays up line to Pepe, who's done well. Nicolas Pepe, he did score, of course, in this fixture last season in the Premier League, but he's run into trouble there. And Leicester, again, pick up possession. 2.5 minutes of normal time remaining. We are counting down to a big Arsenal victory. Leicester need a goal if they're going to get anything from this game. I'm not going to get one like that. That was a poor pass from them by Solmare. It's gone straight out for a throw on this near side to Arsenal. So here is, we come into the last 2 minutes now of normal time. They're showing some of these Ramsdale saves. That one in the first half was outstanding, actually. You won't see a better save than that, I don't think, anywhere this season. Absolutely outstanding. He's made a couple of others in the second half as well, actually, Aaron Ramsdale. So although Arsenal played well, Leicester have certainly had their opportunities. And if it wasn't for Ramsdale, it may well have been a very different scoreline. Gabriel's also been impressive for Arsenal at the back. Got a goal as well. That's a decent ball towards Pepe. Lays it off to Martin Ødegaard. We're now into the last 90 seconds of normal time. I'm sure there'll be at least 4 minutes of stoppage time. So the job's not quite done yet for Arsenal, but very nearly. Pepe plays it back to Ramsdale. He's put under pressure there from Vardy. He has to rush his clearance. Ramsdale has gone out for a throw to Leicester, which they've taken quickly on this near side. If Leicester do get a goal in this next minute or so, it's certainly going to be a frantic last few minutes of stoppage time, isn't it? But again, Leicester passed the ball straight out Solmare again. And Arsenal are making another substitution here. It's going to be Smith Rowe coming off. Got his goal today. Well played, Emil Smith Rowe again. He's not maybe as much influence in this second half as he did in the first. But he did get his goal. Good finish as well. And that seems to be the goal that has sealed the points today for Arsenal. It is going to be Kolasinac coming on. Very defensive change, of course, as we want to see out this game with yet another clean sheet. Kolasinac takes that throw, actually, and straight away Arsenal concede a free kick, which wasn't ideal. We're now to the final 30 seconds of normal time. We'll see how much stoppage time to play. You'd imagine at least 4, possibly even 5 minutes. There's been a lot of substitutions. There's been a couple of injuries as well. So we'll see how long there is, how long we've got to hang on here. I think it might be 5 minutes of stoppage time to play then. 5 minutes is being signalled. So we've got, that's how long Leicester have got if they're going to get something from this game. But Thomas now coming forward for them, but Pepe does well defensively in the right back position, actually. We lose 5 minutes of stoppage time, but Arsenal can't keep the ball. But hopefully it's not going to matter too much as we count down now these last few minutes of stoppage time. Soyuncu plays the ball back to Schmeichel. And Arsenal now are very, very close to this impressive away victory. Second away victory of the season, of course, following the one at Burnley earlier on back in September. So it's a throw again over on the far side to Arsenal, which again Kolasinac is going to take. He's in no rush to take it, and you won't really blame him for that at all. But again, Arsenal don't really manage to keep possession of the ball, and it's a long, hopeful ball played forward by Thomas Partey, but Leicester pick it up with Soyuncu. Leicester have now only got 4 minutes to try to stage what would be a dramatic comeback. But Arsenal again have won the ball back well. That was Aubameyang, who's actually played well in this game as well. Hasn't got a goal today, but he's played well, Aubameyang. Certainly played a big part in this victory, if indeed it's going to be a victory. It's looking extremely likely now. Arsenal keeping possession better now, pinging it around. Sambi Lokonga there to Kolasinac over on that far side. Gabriel into Thomas Partey inside the centre circle. Plays it forward to Nicolas Pepe, who's fouled, is he? Referee says play on because he gets back to his feet with the ball. And it's played over on that far side to Tavares. Plays it back to Kolasinac again. Back to Tavares again as we move into the last 3 minutes. But it is now free kick to Leicester for offside, which Kasper Schmeichel is going to take for the Foxes. He's going to go long. It's pretty much now or never for Leicester, isn't it, if they are going to get something from this game. We're down into the last few minutes of stoppage time. And Arsenal are still, I say, 2-0 ahead and looking set to get what would be, as I say, an impressive victory. My feed has just gone stupid on me as well, which isn't really helping. But anyway, we are nearly there. We're almost over the line. And it's going to be, I say, a fantastic 3 points, isn't it, for Arsenal as we count down these last few minutes of stoppage time. Can we hang on for the clean sheet as well? That'd be nice. Yes, we want the 3 points. And that's looking very likely. But we need as well, this another clean sheet would be great, wouldn't it? And Aaron Ramsdale deserves it as well for his performance today. We're 90 seconds or so away from the end of stoppage time. Surely it's going to be 3 points for Arsenal, put us 3 points ahead of Leicester after 10 games. Who would have thought that? We're actually level on points with West Ham in fourth, although West Ham, of course, do have a game in hand because this is the first game of the weekend, of course, as we know. Here's a throw to Leicester now on this near side as we move in towards the last minute of stoppage time. The Leicester fans are already streaming out of the stadium, and you can't really blame them. It's not been their day today. They played better in the second half, Leicester, but they was totally outplayed for a long spell in that first half, and that was when Arsenal won this game. And yeah, it's been impressive. We're just about to see out the final few minutes of stoppage time in this game, and it's going to be a good 3 points for Arsenal, a really good performance. And yeah, let's just hope that we can continue to build, because it's been, it's been a difficult time, as we know, but the Arsenal fans there in that corner are in good voice, and rightly so as well, because it has been a very good performance from Arsenal today, a really good away victory, and I say level on points with West Ham in the top four, certainly for the time being anyway. Of course, that there are the other games, of course, coming up a little bit later as well, but we'll see how those results go. But for the second weekend running, we can relax for the weekend, knowing that we've done our job, we've got our 3 points, and it's now on the other teams to make up the difference, isn't it? So it's what we needed today, and really, really impressive performance from Arsenal. And I think that was what we were looking for as well. Yes, we wanted to get a positive result, but for me, I wanted to see the performance, and what we've managed to do today is put in that performance. It has now finished at the King Power Stadium. Arsenal, Leicester City 0, Arsenal 2. Those 2 goals in the first 20 minutes proved to be enough in the end. Really good start from Arsenal. Certainly for 20-25 minutes, we dominated that game. Could have maybe scored 1 or 2 more goals. We got the 2. And then Leicester came back into it a little bit. They had a lot more possession and had some chances as well. Aaron Ramsdale was brilliant in goal again. But another clean sheet for Arsenal, another win. 9 games unbeaten since the end of August. And that's 2 months in a row without a defeat. And that's in all competitions as well. And a really impressive win that was for Arsenal. We were looking to see how we would do, what the response would be, and how we could cope against an away game at a top side. And let's face it, Leicester are a top side, and they played well in that second half, Leicester. The 2 goalkeepers there with an embrace as Ramsdale goes over to applaud the travelling fans. Arsenal are currently up to 5th place. Although we do still have a minus goal difference, which is a little bit of a shame. But anyway, I'm sure that will change very soon. Leicester played better in the second half, but they had too much to do. And we defended really, really well. And the players are going over to applaud the away fans in that bottom right-hand corner of the stadium. And, good performance from Arsenal, a good victory. It has finished here at the King Power Stadium this afternoon. Leicester City 0, Arsenal 2. Very good stuff indeed. So it's finished here at the King Power Stadium, Leicester City 0, Arsenal 2. Really, really good performance from Arsenal. Started like an absolute train. First 20 minutes, 25 minutes or so, Arsenal were brilliant. Took the lead after just 5 minutes. It was a corner from the far side from Bukayo Saka. Great run from Gabriel into the near post. A lovely flicked header into the far corner of the net. Fully deserved at that point as well. Arsenal had been a dominant team right from the start of this game. We had a couple of other chances as well. Aubameyang brought a good save out of Kasper Schmeichel before we did get the second goal after just 18 minutes. Good counter-attack it was. Thomas Partey played it out to Bukayo Saka on the right. He found Lacazette, had a little bit of space inside the penalty area briefly. The Leicester defence did close him down, but the ball fell kindly to Emile Smith-Rowe from about 12 yards, and he smashed it in to the net to make it 2-0. After that, Leicester came back into the game. We maybe dropped off a little bit. Leicester had a few chances to score just before half-time. Was maybe the turning point of this game. A free kick from James Maddison from about 25 yards. Going into the top corner it was, but a fantastic one-handed save from Aaron Ramsdale. Pushed the ball onto the crossbar and Arsenal scrambled it clear. Had Leicester got a goal back then, I think the second half would have been a different story. As it was, Leicester made a couple of changes actually at half-time. They brought on Harvey Barnes and also Adama Lookman, and they played a lot better, Leicester. They had, again, 2 or 3 good chances to score. Ramsdale made another couple of good saves. He was brilliant today. But in the end, we managed to hold on. We could have maybe had a third goal as well. Aubameyang was denied by Schmeichel's legs in a rare attack in the second half from Arsenal, has to be said. But overall, really, really impressive stuff it was from the visiting team today. So it finished here at the King Power Stadium, Leicester City 0, Arsenal 2. Arsenal are currently up to 5th place in the table, level on points actually with West Ham in 4th. But of course, Arsenal have played a game more. It's up to the rest of the Premier League now, isn't it? All those teams challenging for the top 6 or top 4 to get the points on the board. We're unbeaten in 9. We're unbeaten in 7 in the Premier League as well. That's included 5 victories. A really good run this is. This was a big test today. It was always going to be the first real big test away from home for this young Arsenal side. And they've come through with flying colours. Really, really good performance that was from Arsenal. Good attacking play in the first half. Got the goals. And then in the second half, when we had to defend, we defended well. Gabriel was brilliant again at the back. Ben White as well had a good game. It was great to see Tavares as well charging forward down that left-hand side at times. He had another steady game. Tomiyasu had a difficult second half against Harvey Barnes, but again, he dug in and done well. Midfield were good today. Partey and Lokonga dominated that opening spell, which was crucial in this game. Smith Rowe got his goal, maybe not quite overall good performance from him that we've expected, but he got the crucial second goal. Saka on his 100th appearance got the assist for the first goal. We had a big hand in the second goal as well. He had a decent game. Lacazette worked hard, not really his day in front of goal. And Aubameyang, I thought, had a really good game today. Didn't score either, but certainly put a shift in, worked hard for the team, and was unlucky not to score, wasn't he, in that second half with that shot that was saved by Kasper Schmeichel's leg. So all in all, really good performance from Arsenal. A great away day. Are we on the way back? I think we may well be. I've been a big critic of Mikel Arteta, but you can't argue with this 9-game unbeaten run up to 5th place in the Premier League table. Great stuff. We want to see more of this. It's a very young team, but they've shown what they can do. It finished here at the King Power Stadium. Leicester City 0, Arsenal 2. Gabriel and Smith Rowe with the first half goals to give Arsenal an impressive 2-0 victory. So, great stuff. It's what we wanted to see, isn't it, from this Arsenal team. And a couple of comments we've had there. Snubby says Ramsdale was a bargain. Well, he certainly looks that way. He's been brilliant, hasn't he? He was brilliant today. And Phil says, great quality performance from Ramsdale and the whole team. No, indeed it was. I think Ramsdale is probably just going to shade man of the match for me, because that save in the first half was a crucial save, wasn't it? Because at that point, if Leicester had got a goal back, I think it would have been a completely different game. So, yeah, great stuff from Arsenal. A great victory. And, you know, we can move on to some more big games coming up, of course. So, yeah, great stuff. Great to see. And, yeah, we said it was going to be a test and we passed. So, congratulations to every single one of those players today. Congratulations to Mikel Arteta as well. Got it spot on. This team aren't bad, are they? They're proving us wrong. They're certainly proving me wrong. And Arteta's proving me wrong. And that's great. So, happy with that. And I say we move on to next week. Kevin says, great win. Keep Merson quiet on Sky. Great programme. Thanks a lot, Kevin. Thanks for tuning in again. Thanks for your support, as always. Thanks to everyone else as well in the chat. Phil and Stubby, Neil, of course, as well. Rajandra, Nigel, as always. Henry, as well, was in the chat earlier. And Shomink as well, earlier on in the chat. So thanks to all you guys. Thanks to everyone for watching, for supporting the channel. Stay tuned to the channel, because coming up later on today, I've got an Arsenal Women's FA Cup semi-final preview. We're playing Brighton, of course, tomorrow. That'll be going out. I'm just going to do a short video of that. That'll be going out later on this evening. And then, of course, tomorrow, it's a big watch-along. 4:45 kickoff. I'll be going live about 4:30. We build up to that game. Big FA Cup semi-final. Arsenal Women against Brighton at Boreham Wood. That's going to be good. So please join me for that as well. And then, of course, next week, we've got some more great stuff, haven't we? The Tuesday clinic, this great performance to look back on, and a big game next week as well at home to Watford in the Premier League. And then, of course, we'll be building up towards the weekend. On Friday, it'll be the women's show again, looking back on the FA Cup semi-final, looking ahead to the West Ham game next weekend, and also the Champions League game against FC Koga. So loads and loads coming up on the channel. So if you haven't done so, please subscribe, please like, and please share. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again live for the Arsenal Women tomorrow, say live at 4:30. So please don't miss that. It's just going to be a great game, chance to get to the cup final, chance to get to Wembley. We all want to see that, don't we? Let's hope it can be that the Arsenal Women can make it a really good weekend for Arsenal. The Arsenal men have done their job this lunchtime. Brilliant performance. It finished at the King Power Stadium, Leicester City nil, Arsenal 2. Fantastic performance all round from Arsenal at both ends of the pitch. Aaron Ramsdale, man of the match for me. Could have been any of the 11, let's be honest, but I'm just going to give it to Ramsdale because he made 2 or 3 really important saves in this game. Yeah, fantastic. Gabriel was brilliant as well. So yeah, great performance from everyone involved. Thank you guys for watching. I say don't forget to like before you leave. Please subscribe as well. I'll see you for the women's game tomorrow. Looking forward to that one as well. And in the meantime, of course, as always, come on, you Gunners. Come on. Let's do it.